If you're looking for the best sports memorabilia and card break room on the internet, you've come to the right place. Welcome to Ultimate Autographs Live Break Room. Tonight's action will move fast, so we want to prep you for what you're about to see on your screen. First, the all-important dice roll number. At the top of the show, the host will randomize a series of numbers. The number selected from the randomizer will become the dice roll number for the entire show. Meaning every mystery box that is broken, the names of every collector will be placed on a list and randomized using the dice roll number for the show. Next, you see this black ticker down here? This shows you which numbers are still available in each and every Ultimate Autographs mystery box series. When a break fills or sells out, the host will ask for a number. This is where you make your selection from. Simply type a number in the chat, and the host will pick the first number they see. Throughout the show, you may see two different types of breaks: divisional and top spot. Divisional breaks are most common. In this format, all 8 individuals who enter a football-themed break will be positioned next to one of 8 football divisions after their names are randomized using the show's dice roll number. When the mystery box is opened, the football division of the team represented in that mystery box becomes the winning division. The lucky collector whose name is randomly placed next to that football division takes home the signed piece of authenticated memorabilia. Our top spot format is typically reserved for giveaways, college-themed series, and non-football breaks. In a top spot break, all names are added to a list. They are randomized using the show's dice roll number. At the end of the randomization, the name at the top becomes the winner of the signed item or prize. Breaking sports memorabilia has never been easier or more fun than it is in Ultimate Autographs Live Break Room. Remember, every mystery box series you see on the show can also be purchased as a personal mystery box that is either shipped directly to your home for you to open, or you can request to have it opened on a future Ultimate Autographs Live Breaks broadcast. Also, while you're waiting for your break to fill, we encourage you to look around ultimateautographs.com to see if you find a piece of memorabilia you love and want to add to your collection. And don't forget, every live break spot you purchase automatically earns you 6% back in UA cash that you can later exchange for a mystery box or a signed item of your choosing. All right, the time has come. Let's break some certified, authentic sports memorabilia in Ultimate Autographs Live Break Room. Tell them, boys.
Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. I'm Kamen here with Steven. Looking forward to a big show tonight, Steven. We just dropped our mini-series, our new D-Up mini-series. Good list of headliners in there. Champ Bailey, Ty Law. You know what? Why don't I pull it up? Let's pull it up and show the folks what we have. You know this, since it's a new series, absolutely nothing has been pulled. All the headliners are out there. We've got a pretty good one. Let's throw the randomizer up on the screen and show you folks. You know what, let's do our dice roller first before we do that. Since the dice roller is pulled up, how about a 9 on our dice roller? How does that sound, Steven?
9 it is.
How you doing tonight, by the way, Steven?
I am doing swell. Coming to the end of my work week, so I'm going to have a nice time opening some sweet sports autograph memorabilia.
Yeah, that's where it's at. Let's head to our Wheel of Names. I did take down the jersey series and all the small things because we only have one all the small things and only 2 jerseys left. I want you guys to have a chase item that features more than just, 8 or 16 names. So here we go. Case of the day. Multi-sport slabs. All right, I like that. Multi-sport slabs. This series is sick. A couple of really good cards in there that I have not seen pulled yet are LeBron James and Josh Allen, 2 of the big dogs in the sports memorabilia biz. Take the randomizer down. That's our chase. 9 is our dice roll. We are ready for a good show. As we have Bob saying, is it snowing in Burr Ridge? I don't think it's... Steven, you came in after me. Is it snowing out there?
It is. I just came in about 20 minutes ago, and yeah, it is snowing.
Okay. How about that?
It doesn't seem too bad.
Doesn't seem too bad. All right. Well, we don't have any breaks filled up, but James K., if you're in here, we do have your personal in the loot crate, but I'm going to actually go ahead and throw that randomizer back up and show you guys the series I was talking about. So
But
this is...
before that, Kamen,
What's up?
Just real quick. We are really close. We're 3 away on the brand new D-Up miniseries. A little twist. Got a lot of defensive studs to show off in that series. I can't wait for that. 3 left in the Hurricane Ditka. And what else are we close on? Pretty much wide open after that. But also, multi-sports is the chase.
Absolutely. David says, guys, I'm going to say I was wrong on my Cowboys prediction. They sucked. Yeah, we were right. Our hosts all picked the Cowboys. Steven and I, James, Mike, picked the 49ers, picked the Cowboys to lose. We got that one right, but it was a close game. Some questionable decisions late in the game by the Cowboys.
It looked a lot more right for the first 3 quarters.
Yes, it did.
And things started happening.
These are the headliners that I was talking about. Champ Bailey, Broncos legendary corner, one of the best ever. Derrick Brooks, 11-time Pro Bowler for the Bucks, former Super Bowl champ. Both of those guys, Pro Football Hall of Famers. Fred Warner got the dub today for the 49ers. He was in that game. Jalen Ramsey on a chrome. He's still in the playoffs with the Rams, the great corner. Lawrence Taylor, one of, if not the best defensive player ever on a flash. Terrell Suggs, top 10 all-time in career sacks. T. Sizzle on a lunar. And Ty Law on the lunar. That's our brand new D-Up mini helmet series. It's pretty sick. We have some good headliners in that series. Some good hidden headliners. Mike Singletary, Dwight Freeney, Earl Campbell, Chris Johnson, and more. Be glad you're not in Erie, Pennsylvania. They could get 2 feet from this northeaster. Okay, that sounds awful, Bob. It really does sound pretty awful. Mike McCarthy's game management cost him a game again. I think he's fired. David, I couldn't agree more. Steven was actually just telling me before we hopped on the air, he looked it up saying that QB draw by Dak Prescott was planned. Mike McCarthy called that QB draw saying Dak, he thought there was going to be time for another play. Guess what, Mike McCarthy? You were wrong, and your team is out of the playoffs. That's a terrible call. I just don't know why you risk it. You know, throw the ball out of bounds or just throw it in the end zone. You don't do that, Steven.
Can I make a point that might make Mike McCarthy seem stupider? Do you think, Kamen, when he was in the thought process of, hey, I'm going to do QB draw, do you think Dak Prescott wasn't going to get as far as he got?
Yeah.
Do you think he just was anticipating that?
I don't know.
And then why are you anticipating that? What is the difference between 5 yards for your throw to the end zone?
It doesn't matter at all.
It doesn't matter. So
it doesn't matter.
You'd be more beneficial to take 2 shots at the end zone.
I think either 2 shots at the end zone or worst case, you throw something 10 yards out near the sideline. You don't get it. You go out of bounds. But I actually think I agree with you. I think you got to take 2 shots at the end zone at that point.
If you're going to do, it just didn't make any sense. It just didn't make any sense.
It was questionable. And I know it worked out late in the game, too, when he called several plays where he went for the field goal. They got the defensive play.
You were making that point earlier, too.
But it's like questionable whether they have enough time. You know who's not questionable? TJ Watt, greatest defensive player in the game, just got a scoop and score touchdown. The Kansas City Chiefs are down 7-0, PAT pending, 6-0, could be 7-0 early in the second quarter. That'll be a fun game to watch tonight on Sunday Night Football. Holy moly. Looks like the Chiefs tried to get trickery. McCole Hardman got the snap, tried to give it to Williams, the running back, and it was a fumble, and TJ Watt went to the house. Wow. So there you have it.
Okay, that's kind of fluky, but, hey.
A little fluky.
It's the kind of the game the Steelers want to play with the Chiefs.
Yes, it is.
The Chiefs need to start distancing themselves.
Yeah, they do.
And at least tie the ball game.
Yeah, but I agree, David. I think Mike McCarthy deserves to be fired.
Was this his first year or second year there?
I think it's his first year.
Yeah, he should be canned.
Isn't it his first year?
I wouldn't have hired the man in the first place.
It's his first year there, I think.
Let's look it up.
Let's look it up.
Sean.
49ers in the house. Yeah, baby, says Sean. Sean Pozzola's happy. 49ers made all the plays. The defense made a bunch of plays late. They stopped the Cowboys several times in that game. Great performance. The Cowboys running backs, Zeke and Tony Pollard, 21 carries for 77 yards for the Cowboys in the game, counting that late scramble by Dak, which put the stats up. Who cares about the cowgirl, says Sean.
It's his second year. He became the coach on January 8th, 2020.
Well, he wasn't even in the playoffs the first year.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I don't know what they see in the man. I really don't. It's a lot of things he does is very questionable. And this team,
Yeah.
they're too talented.
They're too talented to lose in the first round.
Sean Plazona, a lot of people apparently care about the Cowboys.
Yeah.
If they're America's team.
But I'll tell you what, though. I care about Deebo Samuel, Sean. Deebo Samuel, is he a receiver? Is he a running back? What's Deebo doing? He's out there making plays all over the place. Deebo Samuel is a boss. Really, really talented player. Love watching Deebo do his thing.
Yeah, he's going to be a very dynamic player for them in the upcoming, season. And what I believe, I forgot what the situation was, but I said, remember, in 2 years, this is where Trey Lance is going to be very effective. Imagine whatever running back Deebo Samuel and Trey Lance could do in a read option situation.
That sounds dangerous. Jimmy G had that pick late, but Jimmy G, I don't know. I mean, imagine if Jimmy G gets to another Super Bowl. How are you going to kick him out?
Yeah, that's true.
How are you going to kick him out? Let me post our Dutch up on the site. I thought it was actually up. It's not. Here we go. Justin Jefferson. Dutch is going on the site, by the way. Justin Jefferson in his first 2 seasons, more receiving yards than any receiver in the history of the National Football League. Jay Jettas. That is a full-size authentic eclipse. A few minor scratches on the back of the helmet. But overall, looks to be in pretty good condition. Jay Jettas up for $500 to start the show. That'll get lowered throughout the show. He's a football player, says Sean. Deebo was also a kick returner in college. I actually covered him when I covered Mizzou football in Missouri. He played on South Carolina, and the Mizzou coaches were terrified of him. I mean, he is literally, as you said, a football player. He does a little bit of everything, running, receiving. No stopping him. So yeah, I like Deebo. Deebo's a boss. My girlfriend had him on her fantasy team. Helped her get 3rd place. Moving on that mini, by the way, just 2 away on the mini now, 3 away in Hurricane Ditka. So let's get rolling on the breaks, guys. Would love to make that happen. The Dutch is up at the bottom of the site, $500. James K, if you're in here, not James Kilborn. James, let's see. Let me not butcher this. Kazmarowski. If you're in here, we do have your Loot Crate personal. Guys, actually, I'm going to go ahead and make you aware about the Loot Crate if you haven't been in the break page. The other fun series I recommend besides our new minis, which are brand new, is this Football Loot Crate. Nick Perrine was in here asking earlier if Edgerrin James is still out there. He wanted the James. Got Dwight Freeney instead. We still have Edgerrin James, the headliner, out there in this series. Brian Dawkins on a full-size replica out there. Stephon Diggs on the jersey. Antonio Gibson on the slab. Antonio Gates on a football. A decent amount of headliners still left in this series. And some good non-headliners. We had Eric Dickerson and Chris Carter coming off the board as non-headliners in the early show. I believe we have a Devontae Adams and the Champ Bailey still out there for the non-headliners. The Loot Crate is a box where we have 3 different items. Could be a full-size replica, a jersey, a mini, slabs, etc. You can get 3 different items if the same division hits. Nonetheless, that's a good series. Deebo Samuel is a guy we have in our break room. We had him recently in one of our multi-sport slabs, Deebo. So,
hey, Kamen.
We fill something up?
We did.
Which one?
You better D up.
Let's D up, baby. Let's D up. Here's the deal, guys. We want to take care of you customers, give you guys plenty of opportunities for new box numbers. We are now looking to have, for the moment, 15 box numbers to start all our shows and all our series. 20 box numbers for the mini, since it's a double box break. So you can have 1 through 20 on this one. Is the Edgerrin James helmet still up for grab, says Brandon. Edgerrin James is still out there in the Loot Crate. In fact, we brought in all the helmets in that series that we have, Steven, in the room. Yep. I know some of those, we have the sheet of paper, had to go back in the back and get them for you. We brought them all in the room. Brandon, I'm looking at Edgerrin James up top here. I don't know what box he's in because we have him separate from the box. The box contains the sheet of paper that Edgerrin James is in. So the Loot Crate will come out and say, you've won an Edgerrin James helmet. It says it on the Loot Crate number, and then I'll go and get the helmet itself here up top. I'm looking at Edgerrin James. I'm looking at Brian Dawkins, Derek Mason, and Terrell Suggs. Those are helmets that we have in that Loot Crate series. Pretty good.
Sweet.
I need that one, my man. Let go. All right, we'll see. 8 and 13 on the D-up, says James. James, we're talking about the Loot Crate. Speaking of you, we do have a personal for you. We can open that live on the air for you after we do our first break.
He's calling 8 and 13.
8 and 13 for the D-up. Is he in that one?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to take 8 and 13 off the ticker. Here's our list for D-up, and I'm going to go get those, and I'm going to randomize you guys up for your divisions. Thank you very much, James. 8 and 13. That's my favorite number and my girlfriend's favorite number. That could be some good luck for you. Even 7's your favorite, I believe, right?
It's my favorite number.
Excellent. So maybe we can call that one as well.
Well, if we do them all tonight, yeah.
I think we can get through the first 20. Why not?
We gotta see what's in there.
Gotta see what's in there. Here's 8 and where's 13? 13 is in the worst place it could be, but it's here. All right. Double box break. Move this camera just a little bit on our J Jettas. All right. That looks better. All right. 8 and 13. There you go, J Jetta. 8, 13. Brandon, the only way to get the edge is to hop in the series. We have, let's see, Steven, Loot Crate, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 left. That says 10. I think it's actually 9.
Okay.
No, it is 10. It's 10. We have 10 left in the Loot Crate. All the numbers are in the ticker, guys. So, you want to hop in there, you call out any box number. I guarantee you Edrin James is in there because I'm looking at the helmet up top. He isn't. I'm not looking at the box number. It's the physical helmet that goes in the Loot Crate. I'm in there already. All right, Brandon's ready. He's ready to roll. Brandon, are you a Colts fan? Brandon might be a Colts fan. Or maybe he just likes Edrin James. How can you not like... Yeah. Could be a U fan. All right. Oh, you know what? Let me copy that list up again, because is Charles Peavyhouse in that break?
Yeah.
And is Colton Bicker in there too?
Yeah, he should be. I see him in there. Colton's number 1 on the list.
All right, that's weird why on my list. All right, so Colton's number 1 on the list. Let's randomize. We're going, 9 times? 12 was the dice roller earlier. A lot of clicks. 9 is a little bit better. 7, 8, and 9. All right, these are going to be your divisions. D-up. We've got David Braunheiser. David, you are in the NFC North. Isaac Chisholm. Isaac, brand new customer. I wonder if he's related to Caden. We've got Colton Bicker in the NFC East. Dwayne Robb in the NFC West. Aaron King in the AFC North. Tyson Langston, AFC South. Charles Peavyhouse, AFC East. And James K, AFC West. You do have Colton in there for sure, right, Steven? For some reason, my thing changed, and Charles Peavyhouse went up top here, but I think this should be...
I see Colton Bicker in the NFC East.
Yeah, Colton Bicker in the NFC East. Excellent. I'm going to copy him over here just to make sure. Colton Bicker in the NFC East. All right, let's do this. D-up. First break of the day, brand new series. Yes, indeed, I jumped in a break where the Freeney helmet hit, but I had the AFC East. Okay, Brandon.
Nice.
Cool. We have a lot of Colt fans in the room.
But yeah, Colts.
Yeah, the Prime family. All right, D-up. First box of the series.
You should see the ladies' collection it went to.
Yeah, no kidding. All right. This isn't a bad start. You've got Billy Sims of the Lions, 1980 Rookie of the Year, talented running back Billy Sims. He was a Heisman Trophy winner in college for Oklahoma, 3-time Pro Bowler in the NFL, led the league in rushing touchdowns in 1980. So he only played 5 seasons, as a lot of running backs don't play long. 3 of them Pro Bowlers. He was the running back before Barry Sanders. That is the NFC North. David Fraunheiser, excuse me. David, congratulations. David's a relatively new customer. He was in the show early today. He's in the night show. He's starting with the win. Billy Sims, very nice.
And that was a box 8, right?
Box 8.
Nice.
Box 8.
Billy Sims, I mean,
He owns a lot of barbecue joints these days, I'm told.
That's not a bad way to go about retirement, Kamen.
No, he's not.
Kind of respect that, actually.
Canyon Schuster, I couldn't agree more. He says TJ Watt, DPOY, Miles who? Miles Sanders who? Indeed. Couldn't agree more. TJ Watt tied the NFL sacks record, and he missed a couple games. You can't even say it's because of 17 games, because I think he played in 15 maybe, Steven.
Yeah.
And he played a couple others only in part. TJ Watt is definitely Defensive Player of the Year, without question. Sorry, Micah Parsons. Sorry, Miles Sanders.
Micah Parsons is a little young, so I'm going to give him a pass. But Myles Garrett had a really good year too, but not as good as
No, not as good. He did get a scoop and score. I saw it. 7-7 now. The Chiefs got back and scored, looks like. I'm a Chiefs fan, so I'm cheering against him today, but I respect what he brings to the game. All right, box number 13. Talking about the Colts, Brandon Derrick. Well, you're probably a fan of this guy. We got ourselves a former Super Bowl champion Colt, one of the boldest and busiest signatures in the game, Dallas Clark. Look at that signature all over it. Great tight end with Peyton Manning, 2009 first-team All-Pro and Pro Bowler, 1,106 receiving yards. He also had 10 touchdowns, 11 touchdowns in 07. So for about 2 to 3 years in football in that mid-2000s, he was one of the best in the game. Peyton Manning used to go to him. It was Manning, Wayne, not Stokely.
Yeah,
It was
Stokely was there.
Stokely was there. Stokely, Harrison.
The Edge.
The Edge. I think the Edge wasn't there during some of that run. The Edge was there early. I think they actually won the Super Bowl with Joseph
Adai
as the running back, I think.
I think they did.
Whoever hit that, how much do you want for that, says Brandon. I can tell you who hit it. It was Tyson Langston. Tyson, welcome to the break room. AFC South hit Tyson Langston. Very nice. Dallas Clark. We also have a Dwight Freeney in the D-Up series. Not a headliner, so we do have a Dwight Freeney in this series. We have a Mike Singletary also. Bears legend, who's not a headliner too. So, pretty good series. Let's keep rolling with the minis. Minis are probably in the last couple weeks the hottest item in our break room, Steven.
Yep, and we're 2 away on filling up number 2.
Excellent. Well, guys, I'll throw this out there. We would need 4 of you to agree. I'm game for a quad for the next mini. If we can get 4 of you folks wanting to do a quad, that'll be 4 boxes coming out at once. The price doubles, but you keep your same division for all of them. I'm definitely game for a quad if you guys are. But definitely want at least 4 folks agreeing to that because I want to make sure we sell it. Nice hit. I have one, so I want drool over that one, says Nick. Okay. I'm game. David's game for a quad. Let us know if you're also game for a quad. We have 2 slots left, or 1 slot left in the double. We can move on to a quad if you guys want to for the next one.
Probably have no spots left in that double. Yep, no spots.
No slots left. Colton says, I'm always up for a quad. Okay, Colton. Tell you what, Steven, who else wants to do a quad? Anyone else want to do a quad? I'd like to get 3 or 4 folks agreeing.
Give him a second. I'm going to get you this list. We can break a double. I don't have to post the next one right now.
Sure. We can give it a second.
When they, we already got 2. So
we got 2 down.
I'm sure James K is very curious about entering into his first quad.
That'd be cool.
So let's hit that. Go. All right, D-up number 2 is ready for you, good sir.
Okay, D-up number 2 is ready. We'll give you guys about a minute here to decide if you want a quad for the next one. The second one features Micah Gregory, Sean Plazola, Colton Bicker, James K. If you guys have 2 box numbers for D-up, let us know. We got a whole bunch of them in the ticker. 20 to start. We're at 18 box numbers available now. We do a couple more. I'll post a few more box numbers, but we have a whole bunch. James will take a quad. Let's go with the quad, Steven. I have a feeling we'll get that filled up for the next one. I said 4, but I'm good with 3. People are excited enough to get that rolling.
And let's do it.
Let's do it. 14 and 20, says Sean Plazola. Sean is the big winner of the day. His San Francisco 49ers going on the road in Dallas, knocking off the Dallas Cowboys. James had 9 and 13. He came up just behind Sean Plazola. 13's actually not even on the ticker anymore. Let me make sure I hit save because we did 13 on the last one. I'm going to get 14 and 20 now, though, and I'll bring those right to you guys. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Adjusting our product cam just a little bit. That should be better.
You guys ask for it, you receive it.
Ask and you shall receive.
We'll fill it up. Quadzilla.
Quadzilla. I like that name, Steven. That sounds great. It was 14 and 20, right? 14 is right here.
I got, yes, 14 and 20.
20's hiding. 20, where are you hiding, buddy? I know you're in here. 20's in here. All right. Love the minis. Big fan of the minis. Those sell pretty fast, I found.
And it's fun, you know, double box break, triple box break.
It's very fun.
Exactly.
Couldn't agree more. I'm going to go ahead to the randomizer.
We got box 14 and 20, correct?
14 and 20.
Sounds good.
All right. Throw you folks in here. We're going 9 times for your divisions. Good luck, everybody. Really like that Lawrence Taylor Flash in this series. Big fan of the Flashes. Whole bunch of Lunars. If you like Lunars, this is a good series for sure. Whole bunch of headliner Lunars. All right, folks, we got James K in the NFC North, Sean Plazola in the NFC South, Micah Gregory, NFC West, and NFC East, and AFC North, and AFC South. Micah Gregory's all over the place. Sean Plazola in the AFC East, and Scott Thompson, if you're watching. Colton Bicker has the AFC West. I must warn you guys, Colton Bicker does pretty good with the AFC West. You have been forewarned. Beware of the Colton. All right, here we go. It's 14. We're going chronological here. All right, Steven.
What we got?
We got a headliner. We got one of the best linebackers of all time, 11-time Pro Bowler, former Defensive Player of the Year, former Super Bowl champion, Derrick Brooks.
There it is.
NFC South, Sean Plazola's football team won big in the 49ers. Big win. It was a close game, but a big win. Sean Plazola's out here winning in the break room as well. Derrick Brooks. First headliner off the board, Derrick Brooks. Congratulations, Sean. Jason, I'm not sure. He asked, why don't we get the UA boxes anymore when you ship items out?
I feel like, I mean, I don't have a definite answer, but I feel like it's dependent on the item. You know, sometimes like they ship the jerseys in the jersey boxes.
I'm not sure.
It's a question we'll have to ask the shipping department.
That's a great question. We'll be sure to ask our shipping department and let you know the answer to that question. We are not in charge of shipping. I didn't even know very much exactly how they were sent out before. So I'm actually going to go ahead and drop our customer service link in the chat, though. So if you have any questions for how we do things, you can hop in over here and contact our customer service team. That's a great question, though. I'll tell you what, Jason, I can probably ask tomorrow, and you'll see me tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, and I can let you know the answer. We do have a double box break, though. So let's not forget that. 2 boxes coming out here. First box with a headliner hit, Derrick Brooks. I hope you like it, Sean. I know you're in here. Oh, Sean called the box number, actually. So, how about it? All right, box 20 is our second box in this break. Love it, says Sean. All righty. Second hit. Even this is a guy that we grew up watching. And a flash, too. Didn't realize this was going to be a flash. Dante Culpepper.
Oh.
Multi-time Pro Bowler. Led the league one time in passing touchdowns, passing yards. Beautiful looking flash. Dante Culpepper Culpepper, beautiful helmet. Love the Vikings flash. He was great with Randy Moss, Chris Carter, James K, single spot snipe. James K with Culpepper. Micah, I'm sorry. Micah Gregory had a bunch of slots in there. That's a bad beat, but as you know, all it takes is one slot to win. We got Derrick Brooks, Dante Culpepper, two guys that used to play against each other back in the day.
True.
Steven, I don't know if you remember this, and I think they may have made the move at that point, but the Bucks used to be an NFC North team. You remember that? They were in the NFC North. When I first started watching the Bears for a few years there, they were an NFC North team. Then they moved to the South, I believe.
Not sure if I was aware at that time.
Yeah, we were probably too young. But I think when Mike Allstott and Warwick Dunn, maybe, I want to say in like 99 maybe, when they played the Rams in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, I wasn't paying much attention to football in the 90s.
Okay, well, I just started maybe 99, 2000.
That same here, but my real first football memory is the Super Bowl between the Titans and the Rams.
Yeah, and that was that Super Bowl. It's that same year. I think before that game, I think the Bucks were in the NFC title game, and I think they were in the NFC North at the time. Just wondering. That's all, says Jason. Jason, always feel free to hit us with any questions, and we will do the best we can to answer them. So, good deal, guys. Let's keep it rolling. Steven, how are we looking on the break page?
We're doing pretty good. We're halfway through on the quad. 3 away from Hurricane Didka. 3 away from the Ultimate Football Loot Crate. 6 away on the last All the Small Things. 6 away on Spanning Through Time, and 6 away on Mr. January.
James says, I don't like Vikings. I'm Green Bay, LOL. James, Steven and I are Bears fans, so we don't particularly like the Vikings or the Packers, but I respect the Packers. The Packers are an excellent football team. I can tell you, James, we do
shortchanged the greatest quarterback of all time.
Aaron Rodgers is up there for greatest quarterback for sure.
Yeah.
The man is a beast. I wish we had him. Imagine all those quarterbacks the Bears have went through while the Packers got Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers back to back.
I'm jealous.
I'm jealous as well. Very, very jealous.
San Fran should scare you.
San Fran's a scary team. I said it on the show earlier. I did pick San Fran to beat Dallas. I wasn't confident, but I thought, hey, there's got to be an upset somewhere. They're a great team. Chris Hammer says, go Pack, go. We have a heck of a challenge next week. Yeah, it's going to, Sean says they're next on the 49ers hit list. Yeah, that's going to be a good game. Speaking of the Packers, guys, we do have a Devontae Adams item in the football loot crate. I'll be completely honest. I'm not sure exactly the item, but we do have Devontae Adams here in the loot crate. I have not seen him pulled. So for the Packer fans that want Devontae Adams, we do have him in our loot crate. He is an excellent player and one that I'm told signs a little bit cheaper. Devontae Adams is a guy who we always have in our break room. One of the most common guys we see in our UA Live break room. Sean's overconfident, says Chris. Smack talk. Love to see it, guys.
A lot of fan bases were very confident on this show.
The Cowboys fan base in this break room was very confident as well.
I'm just saying.
Just saying. Yeah.
I believe you told me earlier one person said 24 point.
Yeah, no, David said 24. He was actually one of the first people in the chat here today. He said he was wrong. So he owned up to his mistake. David, we definitely do not get all our picks right. I've missed quite a few this year. It's been a game of upsets. We can't get them all. The Chiefs, though, they got down 7-0. Now they're up 13-7, about to be 14-7 after the PAT. They're like, we're not going to mess around. We're just going to get in the end zone. So that was actually the Niners were in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs 2 years ago.
All right, Kamen. You better request 4 different box numbers.
4 different box numbers. The quad is ready to go. D up number 3 already. Excellent. I got my eyes on the break page. Got my eyes on the orders. Keeping the game in the background to see what's going down. But looking forward to this quad. All right, D up number 3.
It's coming right
about now. All right, James K's in here. Dwayne Robb, Micah Gregory, David Fronheiser, Colton Bicker, Charles Peavyhouse, Micah Gregory, and Tom Sheehan.
We're running that back, right, guys?
We're going to run it back. Yeah, let's run it back, Steven. I mean, it sold out pretty fast. We'll definitely run it back. Can I get 4 box numbers? 4 box numbers in our quad box break for the minis. 4 box numbers.
4 box numbers.
49ers in Green Bay is a rematch of the NFC title game 2 years ago. The 49ers won. They were at home in that game, though. But that'll be a good game.
It's going to be a lot different in Lambeau.
Yeah, Sean Pizzola saying Green Bay can't stop the run. He feels good about Kyle Shanahan. He feels good about, I was going to say Elijah Mitchell, but it's Deebo Samuel also. It's like they got 2 running backs, and one of them is a wide receiver.
They just love to throw running backs in position.
Yeah, they do.
That's what they do.
Colton Bicker saying 7 and 14. Colton, we actually had 14 in the last break. Sean Pizzola called out 14 and 20. So 14 is off the ticker. 7, though, you can have. We need 1 more. Yeah, and that ticker is updated. 14's not there because 14 was called. So 1 more box number. 7 you can have, though. That's Steven's favorite number. We already did my favorite number in 8. We're going to do Steven's favorite number next.
7.
All right, 19 says David Fronheiser. Colton, he just beat you. David came in right before you, so we have 7 and 19 going off the ticker.
So why doesn't Colton's count? We got 4.
14 we already did. He had 7 and 14. We did 14 already. It's a Shanahan team. Yeah, it's a Shanahan-led team. Kyle Shanahan, I think, outcoached Mike McCarthy. That's not saying much, though.
Can we do 15?
We're going to do 19 because Mr. David had 19 first.
I know, but there was 4 boxes to break.
Oh, 4 boxes. Yeah, we do 15.
Break. Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
My bad. You're right. We can do 15.
So 15. We need 1 more.
We need 1 more. I forgot we're moving to a quad,
You were
Steven.
so ready.
I'm so ready. Let's go. 15's good, Colton. You're good. It's a quad. Steven, let me know when you get the other one.
I am scouring the chat. 10? Do I hear 10?
10's good.
10 works.
10 works.
We are loaded and locked. Kamen's getting those ready.
Forgot it's a quad. I apologize, Colton.
We got hopefully another one coming up.
Excellent. Excellent. Party time. Wayne, you were beat by David there for 10. Colton, we have the 15. Just the 14 was already done. So we'll go in chronological order. We'll go 7, 10, and then we'll go 15.
19.
Excellent. All right. Quad box break. Let's roll, baby. Let's roll. People love the minis.
They do.
Minis are great.
And even, the defensive one. There's some great defenders out there.
It's some great defenders out there. The Minister of Defense, Mike Singletary, one of my favorite nicknames in sports, former Chicago Bear, not even a headliner in this series. That's how good this series is. Minister of Defense, 1985 Defensive Player of the Year, Mike Singletary.
You're a minister. You're in.
Nope. Whoa, hold on. I think when you go back, I'm going to re-randomize. I clicked one too many, guys. I apologize. I'm going to re-randomize for... Oh, here we go. It popped up at what we had it after 9 clicks. So randomized 9 times. That is our list for our divisions. Copy you folks in. Excellent. I almost got too happy there clicking 10 times. All right, Micah Gregory, you're in the NFC North. That is the Minister of Defense. James K., you've got the NFC South. Colton Bicker out in the NFC East, which has Lawrence Taylor. David Fronheiser in the NFC West. Jalen Ramsey Chrome. Fred Warner in there as well. Micah Gregory, AFC North. You can get a Terrell Suggs in that series. Then we have Dwayne Robb, AFC South. Tom Sheehan, AFC East, which AFC East is Ty Law, actually. And then Charles Peavyhouse, AFC West has Champ Bailey. Very nice. If Charlie Peavyhouse doesn't respond to me in chat, I am telling you his nickname as a baby. All right. We learned something new today. I did not know this, Steven.
Sweet hot gossip.
Well, Charles Peavyhouse and Chris Hammers are brothers. Related blood brothers. Did not know that until this afternoon. It was a fun fact. All right, here we go. We know this guy, Steven. We've got ourselves Jalen Johnson, the Bears' #1 cornerback. Had a big pick this year against Joe Burrow. Resulted in a Bears win against the Bengals. 9 pass deflections this year. Nice signature, Jalen Johnson. That's the NFC North. Micah Gregory had a whole bunch of spots in the last break. Didn't win. This time he had 1 spot. And 1 spot is all it took. Jalen Johnson. Congratulations, Micah. Very nice hit on the Jalen Johnson. Beautiful. Beautiful. All it takes is 1 spot to win. You guys know that by now. All it takes is 1 to win. Bears have a pretty solid defense on talent level. I think they didn't perform as well as they could have, but they've got Jalen Johnson. I mean, they've got Robert Quinn, Roquan Smith. I mean, those guys, Quinn and Smith, were among the leaders in sacks and tackles this year. The Bears defense is looking up. Looking up. Can't wait to see who the new Bears coach is, Steven. You have a favorite candidate yet?
I do. I have a favorite candidate. I'm not sure though about him. So
okay, who do you mind sharing who it is?
I think I really like Brian Flores, but I'm not liking the reports I'm hearing about him.
Okay.
I like his ability to change a culture.
Sure.
And I clearly like how he got that Miami defense playing.
A bunch of turnovers. That's what the Bears used to do.
Exactly, and that kind of gives me those vibes. But
okay. Some question marks about how he got along with the staff in
GM
Miami. Yeah.
And I don't like all that. I really don't want Doug Peterson though.
Yeah. I don't know. I wanted Jim Harbaugh, but that's not looking likely.
Yeah,
right
now. I'm really not sure on Kellen Moore. I know he's a good coordinator.
Sure.
But maybe that's all he is. I don't know.
All right. We got ourselves a little Ken Anderson, NFL MVP in 1981 for the Bengals. Ken Anderson, 4-time Pro Bowler, led the NFL in passer rating 4 times and twice in pass yards. Ken Anderson. Bengals picked up their first playoff win since 91, it was, right, Steven?
Yep.
Since 91, no one had ever sent a text message that the Bengals have won a playoff game because text came around in 1992. I actually learned that fact from you, Steven.
I thought about prematurely sending a text to you.
Oh, you should have.
When it was like 26-13, and
I sent it to my girlfriend.
And I was like, watch him blow it.
First text. Hey. All right, that's Micah Gregory, AFC North. Micah had the AFC North and the NFC North. He had 2 slots in there. 2 wins already. Ken Anderson. Ken Anderson is one of the great Bengal quarterbacks. I think in about 10 years from now, we will say without question the best Bengals QB is Joe Burrow, because that man is going to break all sorts of records
for that franchise.
For that franchise, if not the NFL. Yeah. Joe Burrow is the truth.
I think that's my favorite young and up-and-coming quarterback.
I agree. I've got him as number 5 best in the league already. I like Mahomes, Rogers, Brady, Josh Allen. Those 4 to me are pretty close.
And the only thing that's prohibiting Burrow from that level is literal experience.
And he's getting it.
He's getting it, exactly.
He's getting it.
I have no doubt he's going to be a fine quarterback for that franchise as long as they don't F it up.
That's right.
And, they might.
All right, box 15 is up next. Colton Bicker called out box 15. He has the NFC East, what could be Lawrence Taylor. That'd be a pretty good hit. Lawrence Taylor flash. Well, guy's still in the playoffs, Steven. Got one of the best linebackers in the game. It is the D-Up series after all. We've got a Looner, Tremaine Edmonds of the Buffalo Bills. Tremaine Edmonds. He is an absolute beast. 100 tackles every season he's played. Came in the league in 2018, first-round pick. Made the Pro Bowl in 2019 and 2020. One of the best linebackers in the game, Tremaine Edmonds. That's the AFC East. And that's Tom Sheehan. All right, Tom. Congratulations. You're getting yourself an Edmonds helmet. All right. Only one headliner off the board so far. That is Derrick Brooks. How are we looking on the next squad, Steven?
The next squad, we still got 7 open.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna do ourselves a nice little Hurricane Ditka.
Excellent. Hurricane Ditka. Colton Bickers in here earlier saying he wants to see the J.J. Watt. We've not pulled J.J. Watt in that series. He would love to see the J.J. Watt. I'd love to see J.J. Watt as well.
No, we got left 15. Not bad.
We have all 15 box numbers in that series up on the ticker, guys. You can pick any box number in Hurricane Ditka that's left. That's it for that series. We're almost done. 21-7 Chiefs, Scott Thompson, let's go. I knew that 7-0 start was a fluke. 21 unanswered points for the Chiefs. It's almost as if they have one of the all-time great offenses of all time.
Potential.
Okay, so this is interesting. This is interesting that he's in this series because we got ourselves a Tommy Frazier, 1994 and 1995 national champion quarterback for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Tommy Frazier never played in the NFL because Tommy Frazier had some injuries. I believe it was a heart clog issue or something, something with his heart. Didn't make the National Football League. He actually won, the only player ever to win MVP of the national championship game 3 times.
Wow.
He did it twice in a win, once in a loss. So it's going to be a top spot break. So everyone in this break, this is something unique for our NFL Division Series. We're going to take all your names in here. Bob Boulay already knows how it's done. He's a veteran of the break room. We're going to head to the randomizer, and we're going top spot for this Tommy Frazier. 9 is our dice roll, the 9th click. Top spot is going to be the winner of Tommy Frazier, one of the all-time great college quarterbacks. Back in the days when Nebraska was dominating. I think he was teammates with Amon Green at one point. One more click. This is 8 clicks. Next click, top spot is taking home Tommy Frazier. That is Colton Bicker was the top click after 8. Colton Bicker, the top click after 9. He called out, I believe Colton called out that box number. Box 15 called out by Colton, getting himself Tommy Frazier. Very nice, Colton. Top spot break. Don't do those often in our division breaks for football, but Tommy Frazier did not play in the NFL. I think he played a year in the CFL, I believe, but not the NFL. All right, Colton, congratulations on your Frazier mini. Sweet. We do, James. We can do the personal loot right now. I asked about it earlier. I know your order on that personal loot was much earlier. Let's reveal the personal loot. James, you have a box number on your personal loot crates. Do you have a box number? We got all of them in the ticker that are left in that series, and you are happy to pick it. Oh yeah, I heard you. Awesome, James. What number would you like on your personal? This loot crate is sick. That's the one I want to get rolling with tonight, guys. We've got Edrin James, Brian Dawkins in that series. 17 on the loot crate. We have Devontae Adams in that series. It's a great series. The loot crate is kind of like the loaded dice. 3 items coming out. It's just much cheaper because it's not full size and reps, but it's great. Box 25 for Ditka, please, says Colton. Colton, I'm going to get 25 for Ditka for you. First, we're going to do James' personal. He's in here waiting diligently. Let's get that done.
Which loot crate does he want?
He wants loot crate 17. Actually, I'm going to get both of these boxes, so we're ready to roll with the next one. We'll do 17 on the loot crate, and then we'll do 25 on the Ditka. Here's 17 for the loot crate. This is your personal, James. I'm going to clear out a few boxes here. I'm going to go get that Ditka 25. Excellent. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right. 25 on the Ditka to have that ready so we can roll afterwards. All right, no need for divisions here because it is a personal on the Loot Crate. Probably my favorite series on the site right now, Steven. It's got to be the Loot Crate because you can have 3 different things in here, and they're all going to be good. James is getting 3, in fact. Because you got a personal. All right. I'm going to start with the best one, James. You'll like this. You have won an autograph, a replica helmet signed by Brian Dawkins, one of the best safeties of all time. 99 in Madden. Like I said, I brought all the helmets in the room that have the sheets. I'm going to go get it right now.
I can get it for you.
Steven will get it for me. And we have no idea what box number they're in because we have the sheets. But I'm looking at the helmets right now, and we've got Brian Dawkins up there, Edgerrin James, and Terrell Suggs.
Got a Brian Dawkins Lunar.
It's a Brian Dawkins Lunar. So Steven's going to bring that out right now. That's a really good hit, James. That is one of the very best helmets we have in that series. It looks beautiful. Here it is. Take a look at this bad boy. Take a look at Brian Dawkins on the Lunar. Holy moly, that's a beaut. That is a beaut, I tell you. B-Doc.
Man, he was a favorite safety of mine. I mean, I had a lot of favorite safeties, actually, because the position was so loaded.
There you go. James says my buddy I served in the service with, went to high school with him, so I got to meet him with a few times.
That's awesome.
And a few drinking stories. There you go. Sounds like a good time. Glad we can get a personal favorite for you. B. Dawkins. Excellent hit. You know what? I'm gonna leave him up while I write this up.
Yeah, go for it.
We'll let him rest up here for a second because this is such a nice hit. Let's let it rest. Yeah, I think this guy was, I remember playing Madden and he was always 99. Then I would turn on the TV and watch him play and he would lay you out across the middle. He would pick it off.
Yeah, he could do it all.
He could tackle. He had no weaknesses. We know he's a 99 in Madden and it shows up on the field too. Brian Dawkins.
I really learned a lot about players from playing Madden and
Sure.
doing drafts. And you always look at the quality of the position. And I could always get myself a 99 safety, whether it be Brian Dawkins, Ed Reed, Troy Polamalu, Sean Taylor. Just the list.
And for the record, of all those guys you listed, the only one that might be better than him, and I say might, I think is Ed Reed. I like him better than all those other guys you listed. That's how good he was.
Well, to be fair, one was Rob. Sean Taylor was Rob.
Yes, he was. That is true.
That man was filthy.
Yep. R.I.P. to a legend.
Yeah, exactly.
R.I.P. to a legend.
He should have. He had a great career out of him. He was so young.
Yes, he was. Is he the guy? Like, I think Sean Taylor had that sick hit in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, you don't play in the Pro Bowl, and he had that sick hit.
Oh, he's had a few more than that. Big time pick sixes.
All right, James, you picked a really good Loot Crate number. I got to be honest with you. This is one of, if not the best Loot Crate so far. You got yourself one headliner hit. How about a second? I know it's on a football, but this is Antonio Gates signed football. 7th all-time in career receiving touchdowns. 1st all-time among tight ends. Antonio Gates on the football.
That's awesome.
Hey, James. James. Unbelievable. Gates and Dawkins. What a box. Box 17.
You're not even done.
You're not even done. You got one more. I did peek inside, and it's not as good as these two, but it's pretty nice. Dang, I can't complain, he says. Yeah, I would not be complaining about this Loot Crate. This is a good one. Nay, a great one. All right, so we have Brian Dawkins. We've got Antonio Gates, football. Holy moly. Pretty good. Pretty good. James K. Pretty good. All right. Your second hit is a Darrell Williams, Kansas City Chief, Speed Mini. Darrell Williams. He's a second-year offensive lineman with the Chiefs. I think it's a different guy. It's Darrell Williams. The running back is his name is something different. The running back is wow, what's his name? The running back's name is
Darrell Williams.
Darrell Williams. Okay, so this might be Darrell Williams, the running back. Although he spells it Darrel, and Darrell Williams spells it. That might be him, actually. 31. Okay, I think that's him.
Yeah.
That's the running back. Yeah, he's playing in the game right now for the Chiefs. He's playing in the game right now. He's had a pretty good season this year, too, Steven. 8 touchdowns for Mr. Williams.
Playoff Williams.
Playoff Williams. Hey-ya, says James. All right. Good hit. James. Killing it. All over the board. Really good loot crate right there for you.
Indeed. And we're one away on the other one.
All right, so we're one away. We still have Edgerrin James out there. Edgerrin James. And we got a Terrell Suggs out there. Devontae Adams as well. Holy cow.
Still got that Hurricane Ditka.
And we got Hurricane Ditka to go. Let's not forget Hurricane Ditka. I actually grabbed the box right now. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Let me pull that bad boy out right now. That's the loot crate. This is Hurricane Ditka, called out by Colton Bicker. Colton is looking for the J.J. Watt helmet. Scott Thompson's in here. Nick Waller, Dwayne Robb, and David Fraunheiser. Thank you very much, guys, for hopping into Hurricane Ditka. Full-size authentics. This is a really good series.
The loot crate is 1 away.
All right, loot crate's 1 away. Let's close that out. That'll be the next break we do most likely, unless we close out something before it. Go 9 times for your divisions. All right, here we go. 9 clicks. Colton Bicker, you've got the NFC South. Nick Waller, you're in the NFC North, NFC East. NFC West is Scott Thompson. That's the J.J. Watt helmet. We have a Doug Williams headliner in the NFC East. Nick Waller. Scott, you've got the AFC North. Dwayne has the AFC East. Scott has the AFC East. Dwayne has the AFC South, excuse me. David Fraunheiser out in the AFC West. Hurricane Ditka. Number 1, first of many for the day, hopefully. Full-size authentics. Really, really good series this one is. We did pull the Ray Lewis in the early show, and it was wild. John Ryan, a relatively new customer, I think had like 1 spot in there, maybe 2 spots, and got that Ray Lewis and was really happy. So, let's see. Well, let's see what we got here. All right. We've got a legend of the game, Steven. Legend of the game. I was wondering what team he was on, because I know he played on 2 teams. This is Willie Roaf, Hall of Fame 2012. Willie Roaf on the New Orleans Saints. One of the best offensive linemen of all time. 6-time Pro Bowler. 6-time first-team All-Pro. Member of the 1990s and 2000s All-Decade Team. Pro and college football Hall of Famer. Literally one of the very best linemen of all time. Colton Bicker wanted box 25. Colton Bicker got himself a dub. Willie Roaf. Probably a little bit underrated hit. I know it's not the hit that you guys may be looking for, but if you're talking about offensive linemen, it doesn't get much better than this man. Colton Bicker, congratulations on the hit. Very nice. Willie, and it's ready. The loot crate's ready, Steven.
Yep, nothing but Hall of Fame linemen in the UA break room.
A lot of Hall of Fame linemen. We don't really have offensive linemen unless they're Hall of Famers. I could be wrong, but I can't remember pulling an offensive lineman that's not a Hoffer.
Exactly.
So, you either got great position players or Hoffer offensive linemen. All right, the loot crate is ready. We've got Sean Plazola, Dwayne Robb, Brandon Barrick, Charles Peavyhouse, Michael Lepre, Colton Bicker, Jeremy Chisholm, first-time customer, probably related to Caden Chisholm, and then we got Colton Bicker in here again. Looking for another one. If you guys have a box number for the loot crate, all the remaining box numbers that we have on the ticker is all that we have left in the loot crate. Steven, my goal for tonight is to sell out the loot crate. You guys want to sell that bad boy out? I'm happy to do the remaining 8 loot crates, I think, after this one that we'll have left. That's my dad. He loves Dallas. Okay, Cowboys fan. My condolences, Caden. My condolences. Tough break for your dad and the boys. 7 left in the quad box break. D-Up Mini Helmet Series, guys. Let's fill up that quad. We can move down to a double for the next one, Steven, because it's not moving as fast as it was. Unless you guys really want to do a quad and we get 4 to 5 of you in there. But we're most likely...
bought into this
yeah, we'll keep this one as a quad, but we'll move the next one as a double. 14 says Sean. 18 says Colton. Sean came in right before Colton. He just barely beat you there. We go with whoever calls it out first. So 14 is going off the ticker. Colton, maybe we can remember 18. I'd be happy to maybe give it to you if you hop in the next loot crate. Sean, I'm going to get 14, though. You were first on that number call. 14 on the loot crates. They're all light because the replicas have been pulled out of there as to not to damage any items. We do have our replica helmets up here, though. Want to get the next one, too, if we have a rep in here, Steven?
Yep, that's not a problem.
Excellent. Get you walking. Mike wanted to walk on Wednesday because it was a crazy long show. He's like, let me get up and get him. I'm like, absolutely. Power to you. Are we going 9 times on the randomizer?
Real quick question.
What's up? Hit me.
Anything with Justin Jefferson? Anything new with
Oh, let's lower him. Let's go 450 on that Jefferson Dutch.
Deal?
I almost forgot about him, thank you.
I will take care of that.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Steven. How's the football game looking? What's the score?
It is 21-7.
At the half?
Did they enter the... Yeah, at the half.
At the half. 21-7 at the half. How many touchdown passes does Patty Mahomes have?
Yeah, I'll let you know when this thing wants to cooperate. Not cooperating with me currently.
All right, let's see what we got here. Colton, you're in the NFC North. Michael, NFC South. Dwayne, NFC East. Brandon, NFC West. AFC North is Charles Peavy House. AFC South, Jeremy Chisholm, new customer. Sean Plazola in the East. And Colton in the AFC West. Scott Thompson, if you're watching, AFC West is Colton's lucky division.
He has 3 touchdowns.
3 touchdown passes. That's what I said. He saw Joe Burrow getting a win. He saw Josh Allen getting 5 touchdown passes. He saw Tom Brady winning. He's like, why don't I go out there and do my thing? All right. You do have a replica helmet to get. Well, I bet Caden's dad knows this guy. Jay Novacek, former Cowboys tight end, the legendary tight end. Jay Novacek, 5-time Pro Bowler, 3-time Super Bowl champ. Steven's going to get that replica. I think it's that one up top there. At least it's a Cowboy.
Yeah.
That's the NFC East. That is Dwayne Rabb. Congratulations, Dwayne. Jay Novacek was back on the Cowboys when they couldn't lose. They couldn't lose back then.
He wouldn't understand what today is.
No. He didn't know what it was like to lose. He actually, I believe, played with Tony Romo. He was, not Tony Romo, Troy Aikman, excuse me. Troy Aikman, safety valve. I know he had Michael Irvin and Emmitt Smith, but this was the other guy who was on his offense that made things easy. Dwayne taking home Novacek. It is a rep, but it's a beautiful looking Cowboys helmet. I like that one. Congratulations, Dwayne. Brandon's asking to trade spots. Maybe you can hop in the next one. Who knows? The AFC West might pop in that time. All right, Dwayne, congratulations on that win. Actually, I'll probably put him back in the bag.
Yeah, back.
So, yeah, because we don't have anything else to put him in, right? Because the others will go back in the loot crate.
Yep.
So, if you want to put him in there.
We'll get that shipped out to you. Dwayne.
Absolutely. All right, second item coming out of the loot crate.
You have a sticker?
I do, right here. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. This is beautiful. Oh my God. Look at that Buccaneers flash. I'm going to take this out because it's so nice. Look at this Buccaneers flash. It's like, is that orange? I mean, this is a nice looking flash. Have you seen a Bucs flash? This is probably the first Buccaneers flash that we've pulled in this break room. That is Jeff Garcia on the flash. I'm going to get this taken off because this is beaut. Steven's taking a photo. Look at how nice this is. Jeff Garcia, multi-time Pro Bowler, I think 4 Pro Bowls. A lot of his best years with the 49ers, but also pretty solid with the Bucs. Let me take this off before and let you get a good photo, Steven. So that
videos.
Steven's
TikTok. How often do you see this kind of helmet?
we got a TikTok coming, guys. We are all over social media: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. Steven, take a look at that TikTok.
Right there on the logo.
Set them down right on the logo. Jeff Garcia on the beautiful orange flash. That's a sick helmet, says Tyson. That's Michael Lepre. Michael Lepre, you are taking home Jeff Garcia. Very nice. That's so nice, Steven. That is so nice. Orange flash. It almost looks like a Bears helmet, but it's got that extra Buccaneers stuff on it. That is definitely one of the best.
That is one of the best helmets I've seen.
Yeah, that is one of the best from a looks perspective. One of the best helmets in the game. Jeff Garcia. And what I love about Jeff Garcia, we usually have him in the 49ers.
Yeah.
Caden Chisholm won a 49ers Garcia mini, gave it to his girlfriend who's a 49ers fan. This is Garcia on the Bucks. Very nice. Two different winners so far. Michael Lepre taking home Jeff Garcia. Very nice, Michael.
I don't know, Kamen, if it's the new year or just what, but I've seen so many more unique looking helmets in the new year in my 3 months of being here.
Yeah, we've had a lot of great stuff since the new year. Thank you very much, Matt Salas, our wonderful owner and general manager, is getting us some great equipment.
Great content to distribute to you fine folks. Ooh, we can't escape him, Kamen.
We can't escape the orange. We can't escape this guy. Jalen Johnson, Bears' #1 cornerback, picked off Joe Burrow this year. Did solid against a lot of teams, NFL one receivers. Actually, I believe his stats will be better. He has to face Justin Jefferson and Devontae Adams twice. Jalen Johnson held his own against both. Beautiful signature. Bears cornerback. That's the NFC North. Colton Bicker is a Bears fan. Colton Bicker, here's a Bears win for you.
We got you,
Jalen Johnson.
We got him a Jalen Johnson full-size authentic yesterday.
Okay. So
you're gonna have.
Well, who won the Jalen Johnson earlier? Did he win earlier? Because I know he won something earlier.
No, the person who won the Jalen Johnson, it's Micah Gregory.
Micah Gregory. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Colton Bicker does love the Bears.
So Richard Adcook saying, I have that same one for trade. Anyone interested? Richard Adcook has that exact same helmet. That's pretty cool, Richard.
And Patrick now has 4 TDs.
That's awesome. Look at that. Colton says, awesome on Patrick Mahomes. Also awesome on Colton. He says, nice. I have the orange Peanut Tillman mounted already, and that'll go right next to it. So Charles Tillman was number 33 corner for the Bears. Jalen Johnson took over his position and his number. He's not as good as Charles Tillman, but the fact that he wears 33 tells you that he's pretty good because they're giving him that number.
He's developing.
I'd
say that.
Well, he's only played 2 years. Second-round pick out of Utah. I think the sky's the limit for Jalen Johnson. It'll look really nice. Bears 33 corners for Colt.
Yes, it will.
Yeah, Patty Mahomes. I know, Steven, you like Aaron Rodgers as the best quarterback in the league.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
You said consistent.
Consistent, okay.
There's nothing more consistent than Aaron Rodgers.
Sure, he's done it for more years. I've got Mahomes #1 for me. Then I've got Rodgers and Brady at a virtual tie for #3. Josh Allen coming in at 4, and Joe Burrow as 5 for my top 5 quarterbacks.
That's a good ranking.
So, I mean, you can't go wrong with any of those guys. I like Pat Mahomes a little bit more than Rodgers because I feel like he can go out there and win you more games. He makes more tough plays. Rodgers is better at not having turnovers, but I want a playmaker. I like a gunslinger, so give me Pat Mahomes with the Chiefs. All right. How close are we on our next break? What's our closest break right now, Steven?
Let's look at that. We're 8. We got 8 in the Ultimate Loot Crate #2, 8 in Hurricane Dick #2, 7 in the next D-Up Quad Break, 9 in our Multi-Slab Series, 6 in the last All Things Remaining, 6 in Spanning Through Time Jersey Series, and the Mr. January Helmet Series.
All right, guys. I want to make you aware of a couple things. We have just 2 jerseys left in that series. We have 3 in the room, but 1 was a personal retail order. So as soon as we get that jersey break done, hopefully we get 2 breaks done of that. We'll drop a new jersey break, hopefully for the noon show tomorrow, for sure, for the night show, if not the noon show. There are 2 headliners in that series I still haven't seen. That's Stephon Diggs and Maurice Jones-Drew, Pocket Hercules. We've had at least 3 to 4 retail orders in that series, so possible those two guys have been pulled. Also possible that one of them is not. We may have both of them in the room, but one of those boxes we do have to reserve for someone else.
Yes.
But we have a Maurice Jones-Drew that I believe is still out there. One of the all-time great. Well, I don't know about all-time great, but one of the best running backs in the early 2000s, led the league in rushing yards one season.
That's an all-time great Jaguar you're talking about.
Yeah, all-time great
that's
Jaguar.
An all-time great Jaguar.
So, and we have Stephon Diggs on a jersey, both in the spanning through time and the Loot Crate. So those are good series. The Loot Crate, we still have that Edgerrin James helmet out there. Edgerrin James replica. Stephon Diggs jersey as well. We have Devontae Adams in that series. We've got Champ Bailey in that series. That's a good one. I do want to make you guys aware of our multi-sport slabs. That's our chase item today. We've still got a LeBron James card I haven't seen pulled. Ray Allen, Trevor Lawrence. Talking about best quarterbacks in the league. How about Josh Allen? And I know Chris Roberts, who I haven't seen, who's probably still sad about the Cowboys, unfortunately. He loves this Andre the Giant card. So that's a good series we have on our page right now.
I hope he can face me, Kamen.
I hope so. I hope so.
I just want to give him a nice hug.
Yeah.
Virtual hug.
Virtual hug.
We support you. We understand.
We do support you, Chris. We know it's a heartbreaking loss. I know we have a lot of other Cowboy fans. We are sorry for what happened today. Mr. January, another series we're relatively fresh on. Let the folks know what we have in Mr. January. Headliners that I haven't seen pulled include Devontae Adams on a Lunar, Lawrence Taylor on a Flash, Stephon Diggs on a Flash, Jalen Ramsey Lunar, Sean Alexander Lunar. We have non-headliners like Dallas Clark, Fred Taylor, Mike Singletary, and Jamal Charles that I still haven't seen pulled in this series. We did pull the Edge and B-Doc in this series, but we still have Edgerrin James out there in the Loot Crate. So those are just a few series you can play right now, a few series that I would like to get rolling with. Of course, our minis we just dropped. This is a great look at what we have in here. Headliner-wise, Champ Bailey, Fred Warner, Jalen Ramsey on a Chrome, Lawrence Taylor on a Flash, Ty Law, one of the best corners of all time on a Lunar, and Terrell Suggs on the mini. So that one's up as a quad right now. Would love to get that done. We'll drop the next one as a double, give more folks a chance to enter. So let us know what you would like to play. Entirely up to you guys. We're wide open on the page. 28-7, says Scott. Touchdown to a tackle or guard. Very much the Kansas City Chiefs way. Throw in those trick plays and make it happen. We have Patty Mahomes. Steven, it's 10-13 to go in the third quarter. He has 306 pass yards and 4 touchdowns. You guys look up Patrick Mahomes' playoff stats. No quarterback ever has better numbers, especially if you take out the Super Bowl. Ironically, he hasn't been amazing in his 2 Super Bowl games. Outside of the Super Bowl, he's delivered in every single playoff game and played out of his mind in most of them. So
yeah, but so okay. You still got to play in the divisional round, right, next week?
yes.
So you'll face
The Chiefs get I believe they get the Bills.
the Bills. Okay.
So Chiefs-Bills rematch of the AFC title game. The Chiefs won the AFC title game last year, but the Bills came into Arrowhead and beat them this season on Sunday Night Football.
And after last week,
Yeah, that'll be.
weekend.
You think that'll be a good game? Arguably the 2 quarterbacks with the best arms in the game, Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. At least arm talent, probably the 2 most talented quarterbacks in the game.
Because you know what, I was gonna actually
They can throw it a mile, both of those guys.
I was gonna say, who are you fearing more coming into the AFC title game? Joey Burrow or Ryan Tannehill? And I was like, wait, first of all, he's got to go through Josh Allen.
Yeah, Josh Allen, I feared more than both of those guys. Josh Allen dominated the Chiefs earlier this season. Josh Allen, by the way, headliner in our multi-sport slab series, guys. If you like Josh Allen, man, that Chiefs-Bills game, barring something crazy by the Steelers, but I doubt it, that Chiefs-Bills game is going to be wild. It is going to be wild. I expect a whole bunch of points. I think that's...
Smash the over.
Yeah, smash the over. I think that's the most interesting playoff game in the next round, I think.
I think...
Would you say?
I mean, interesting in terms of matchup, sure. The Packers are looking to exercise some San Francisco 49er demons.
That'll be
hoping
good.
to freeze them in the tundra.
Yeah, that's what they're looking for.
Lambeau. The Buccaneers are going to face probably the. Is there a chance? No, the 49ers are definitely going to Lambeau, correct?
It's 49ers going to Lambeau
So
because it's the lowest remaining playoff seed. Bucks or Packers are 1 seed, so they get the lowest remaining seed. It's definitely Packers, 49ers, and then we got Bucks and
Cardinals or Rams.
Bucks versus Cardinals or Rams.
And the Rams are the 2? Are the Rams the 2?
The Rams, actually, I think the Rams might be the 4.
Okay, that's the 4-5. So they're going to Tampa Bay regardless.
Yes, correct.
That matchup doesn't intrigue me. It wouldn't surprise me of either team winning. I'm curious to see how Joe Burrow does on the road in Tennessee. As an obvious quarterback advantage.
You know what?
As an obvious quarterback advantage.
Over Tannehill, I agree.
Yeah, I just don't know what we're getting with Derrick Henry if he's coming back at all. I think the Bengals could go in there and beat the Titans.
I like the Bengals over the Titans as well, Steven, and that's what causes me for concern. I feel like half the country is going to go with the Bengals, and the Titans will be disrespected. Number 1 overall seed without their running back for much of the season. Home field advantage throughout the AFC playoffs, but my goodness, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, the hype is real. T. Higgins.
Their tight end, Uzoma.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Joe Mixon, Ryan, both from Oklahoma. I just love the talent on the team, and I want to see them win get better.
Another touchdown, the Cheetah, Tyreek Hill. The Cheetah, another guy we have in our break room pretty often. 5 touchdown passes. David Franheiser, 5 for Patrick Mahomes.
He's really trying to say something.
He's trying to make a point.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill's dancing with the cheerleader pom-poms. The Chiefs are having a ball. It was 7-0 Steelers. The Chiefs are on a 35-0 run if they make the PAT. 35-0. Steven, you know I was...
That's the Chiefs that...
They can score
you don't know when it's coming, and then
and it's just coming.
The Super Bowl,
it's just coming.
I'm not surprised anymore, So.
Yeah, they started 3-4. A lot of people questioned them. Kansas City finished 12-5. They are back doing what they do, and they're a really, really impressive team, and they can score in bunches in a hurry. This season, what impressed me down the stretch, they were willing to be patient, willing to go on long drives, get touchdowns. I was going to say that I was at the Chiefs-Texans game a few years ago. I covered the game, one of the few NFL games I covered in my sports reporting career. Chiefs-Texans, it was 24-0 Texans, 24-7, whatever it was, and ended 51-31. The Chiefs went on an insane run, and Mahomes to Kelsey all night long. There's no topping the Chiefs when they're playing at their best. I think if we're talking about the absolute peak of every team in the league right now, especially considering the Bucs are hurt, the peak they can have right now, I think the Chiefs are the team to beat.
Yeah,
they're the team to beat.
All those things encompassed, I agree.
They're the team to beat.
When they're not being complacent, they're running their drives, they're trying to establish the run. It takes a lot of pressure off Mahomes, and if you get a free and easy Patrick Mahomes, you've got a lot of trouble on your hands.
I think the Chiefs are determined. I think they saw what happened in the playoffs last year, in the Super Bowl rather. They saw the slow start earlier this season. If there was any complacency whatsoever, I think it's gone. I think they're focused, and they have a point to prove. By the way, updating you guys on the break page, we have 2 slots left in the jersey. Oh, sold out on the jersey break.
Yep, I'm getting that over to you immediately.
Excellent. 4 left in the quad mini. Guys, we've moved pretty slow on the quad. We're going to post the next one as a double. 5 left in all the small things. That is the very last all the small things we have in the series. So let's close that one out. That is the last one in the series. Let's definitely do at least one multi-sport slab. We have 8 remaining. That is our chase item of the day. Would love to stay on a lot longer, guys. We were here past 11 o'clock, Steven and I. We would love to be here for you guys for as long as you guys want to be. If we go past 11 Central Time, that's what we call a win. We do want to get going on the orders, though, to make that happen. We've been a little bit slow. but we'll see what happens. Scott Thompson saying, come on, AFC East. Come on, Diggs. Scott Thompson is chasing the Stephon Diggs. We have not seen Stephon Diggs get pulled in this series. I also haven't seen Maurice Jones-Drew. 2 headliners haven't been pulled down to 3 boxes. It is possible that those guys went on a retail order. I don't want to guarantee anything to you. And actually, we have 3 boxes in the room. One of them is a retail order, a personal that we didn't pull on the air. So we have
the one I just put up is the last break.
The one you put up is the last jersey break. 3 jerseys in the room. One of those is going home to whoever bought the personal order. 2 of those are going home to you guys. Scott, do you have a box number? Do you have a box number? Tyson Langston and Sean Plazola as well. 39, 48, and 49. Can I get a box number?
I can get that one.
All right, Steven will get that one as soon as the box number comes through. Headliners left, Stephon Diggs and Maurice Jones-Drew, unless they went on a personal. 49, Scott Thompson just barely beat Tyson Langston. 49's going off the ticker, and I'll get 49. All right, 49. Weird.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, here we go. Oh, we have 2 people wanting 49.
Perfect.
All right, cool.
We
49.
did get that for you.
All righty. Let me drop you folks into your divisions. And let's see what we got. Let's definitely close out that next one, guys. You know this. We close out a series. We drop a New Jersey break. So one of my goals for tonight is to definitely close the last jersey break so we can drop another one. They're looking for Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs led the NFL in receiving yards last year. I think he was top 10 again this year. One of the best receivers in the game.
A staple for our boy Josh Allen.
Yes, he is his go-to guy without a question. AFC East, Scott Thompson asked for it. He's got it, by the way. He's got the AFC East. Sean Plazola has the NFC North. Scott Thompson has the NFC South. Tyson Langston, the NFC East. Scott Thompson, NFC West. Scott Thompson, AFC North. Sean Plazola, AFC South. Scott in the AFC East and AFC West is Tyson Langston. Spanning through time, this is it for the series. Second to last box. We're ripping. We are almost done with spanning through time. Steven's hoping for Stephon Diggs. Let's see what we got. It's not Stephon Diggs. It is my favorite signature in the game, though, Steven.
Oh!
Favorite sig in the game.
Double D?
Double D! Dermontti Dawson. Steelers center, Hall of Fame 2012, multi-time Pro Bowler, one of the best offensive linemen of his time. Best signature in the game, I say, Dermontti Dawson. So Scott Thompson, you didn't get the AFC East win, but you did get a jersey win. Dermontti Dawson, AFC North hit. Scott Thompson, very nice, Scott.
Personal request for Joe's Sweet Sigs video. Made on your behalf by me. I talked to him yesterday. I said, we need to do a Dermontti Dawson.
I love it. It's a great one.
It is a great autograph.
I think Joe would like that one.
Oh, it's going to get a high rating.
It's going to get a high rating. Okay. So 1 jersey break to go. We do have a personal. We've had several personals in this series. So not sure if Stephon Diggs is out there or not. But we haven't pulled him in the break room. Haven't pulled the Pocket Hercules Maurice Jones-Drew either. Dermontti Dawson. Beautiful signature. I like this one. Dermontti's probably not happy right now with what's going on.
He's probably not happy, but
he probably expected
I don't know what his expectations were.
Right. Well, Ben Roethlisberger himself, I couldn't tell if he was joking or if he's serious.
I think it was kind of like reverse psychology.
The reverse psychology. Ben said they had no chance. Let's go out there and play.
It didn't work.
So, it didn't work. Sweet, I like it, says Scott. All right, Scott, well, good. Good that you like it. Dermontti Dawson. That Stephon Diggs is probably in the personal order for whoever ordered the personal. But the 2 box numbers we have left, who knows? We'll see.
You never know.
You never know. And he could have gone, for all we know, he could have been ordered on a personal, 2 weeks ago. So we never know. We don't know. We do the best we can to keep you guys updated. If you ever have questions, let us know. But we do have retail orders, personals. We don't open them all live on the air. So it is possible that certain items go on those. 3 slots left in all the small things. D-list all the small things in the series. 8 in the multi-sport slabs, 4 in the D-up mini quad box break. And then pretty open on the rest. Definitely want to do another loot crate, guys.
Definitely want to spin the wheel, guys.
Definitely want to spin the wheel, which is the multi-sport slabs. We're talking about Josh Allen a lot. There's a Josh Allen card in the multi-sport slabs. So those are some breaks to target. Let us know what you guys would like to do. Let us keep the show rolling tonight. Don't want to go home just yet. Oh, man. 35-7 Kansas City. Not the way Ben Roethlisberger wanted to go out, I'll tell you that much.
All right, Scott Thompson.
What's up?
He closed out all the small things, literally and figuratively.
All right, literally and figuratively. I'm gonna actually, you can get it if you want, Steven, since it's up there. I have it next to the jerseys. I'm gonna take it off the ticker because we don't even need a box number, because that's it. That's the last one in that series. Closed.
So for you,
all those small things are yours.
box 34 in the chat. We appreciate it.
I like it. I like it, Steven.
There you go.
Very last, all the small things here. All right.
I can take this off my board.
And actually, you don't have that list yet, right?
Yeah, I did.
All the small things?
I just here. Yeah, I did just here. Now it's ready.
All right, now it's ready. All the small things. No box numbers needed. Michael Smith, Sean Plazzola, Michael Livingston, Colton Dicker, and Scott Thompson. Very last box in the series. Box 34 of 35. 35 was already called out earlier. Let's see what we got here. I can't tell what this is here. Oh, yeah, it's a little Fanatic things. Looks like a puck. Look at how fancy these Fanatics pucks are, though. This is pretty fancy if you ask me. All right, what do we got here? All right, we got a Brandon Dubinsky signed Columbus Blue Jackets puck. Brandon Dubinsky, look at that. Nice looking signature. Brandon D, former NHL center and left wing. He was part of the West second All-Star team in 04 and 06. Played with the Rangers and Blue Jackets during his NHL career. Brandon Dubinsky. We're going top spot for this Brandon puck. That's it. All the small things is closed. Thank you so much for doing that series, guys. We appreciate you closing out the series. You guys know how we roll. We close out a series. We typically drop a new one the next day. We close out the jersey break. I guarantee you we'll drop a jersey break tomorrow. Touchdown Steelers. Okay, well, good to see Big Ben get one touchdown pass. I'd like, you know, I'm not the big
for the one time.
Yeah, not the biggest Roethlisberger fan because of some of the stuff he's done off the field, but happy to see a legend at least go out, not on top, because he's definitely not going out on top. He struggled this year, but get a good moment in his last playoff game, likely. Colton Dicker, you're the top spot after 9 clicks. You are taking home this puck. Very nice. Brandon Dubinsky. Cool. All the small things is closed out. That's it for that series. Put a wrap on it. No more foot-long hot dogs, as Chris Roberts and I say. Chris wasn't lying, Steven. He's like, I'm not coming back tonight if the Cowboys lose. If you are lurking out there, Chris, we promise we'll be very nice.
I don't bite.
We don't bite.
I did it all pre-show. No,
Oh,
I get it. Especially the way that it went down. I would be incredibly frustrated with my team.
I'd be incredibly frustrated with my coach.
Yeah. I mean, I think they were already all that.
Yes, I think so. Cowboys look like they're going to be the only team upset in the first round. The favorites and the home teams so far have won every game. Rams obviously could get upset tomorrow if you even call it an upset in that division round game.
It's a toss-up between those teams.
But it's Cowboys are the only one that really, I would say, underachieved. All right, let's get this Justin Jefferson. Let's get him back on the screen while we wait, and let's get him lowered down a little bit more. What do we have him at right now?
450.
All right, let's go 375 on the J Jettas full-size Eclipse Authentic. No receiver ever has had more receiving yards in his first 2 seasons than Justin Jefferson. You see the scratch there. That's kind of the main thing. A few other scratches up top. You can kind of see the scratches up top there. So a few scratches on this helmet, but it's a beautiful looking signature. Beautiful player, Justin Jefferson, one of the best in the game. Jay Jetta's on the Dutch at the bottom of our break page. Alrighty. 7 left in the loot crate. Let's fill that bad boy up. 4 left in our next quad, 6 in our multi-sport slabs, and 4 in Mr. January. Steven, in the chat, let me ask all you guys this. We're almost done with Wild Card Weekend. We have 1 game tomorrow, and we have a little bit left in this Chiefs-Steelers game. Is there anything that surprised you? Anything that would make you change your mind on what you thought going into the playoffs?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not so. The Bills were really, really impressive.
Impressive enough to pick them over the Chiefs, or no? Because that's a tough game.
I'm going to say this.
I'll put you on the spot, Steven.
They're a different team this year, the Bills. They're much better, but they're not going to be.
I agree. I think the Bills' defense is better than they were last year. That's a step forward for them. I still like the Chiefs.
Barring any major COVID or injury to occur in the last 15 minutes of this, 20 minutes of this game.
Yeah, COVID is a thing we got to think about these days. Guys get knocked out with COVID, miss games maybe that they don't want to miss. So we'll see. I do like the Chiefs a little bit more. Again, it's the same deal that I said about the 49ers against the Cowboys. I think the 49ers are a team that's proven in the playoffs. They've made the Super Bowl. They've won those tough, close games. The Chiefs are the most proven team in the league the last 2 years. They've been in 2 straight Super Bowls. Patrick Mahomes has an incredible record in the playoffs. He's actually only lost, two playoff games in his whole career, I believe. He lost actually both to Tom Brady. I think he's never lost a playoff game not against Tom Brady. He lost in the AFC title game a few years ago. And then he won it all. Then they lost the Super Bowl last year. So that's a team that's really proven. I just trust them more than the Bills. I really like Andy Reid. So I got to go Chiefs over the Bills. I'll tell you this, though. I think the Bills would have beaten both the Bengals and the Titans. Yeah. I think those are the 2 best teams in the AFC. I think the Bills just had a little stumbling block mid-season, but they're back. They're back.
Yeah, and again, that all comes down to like timing.
Yes, it does.
Like the Chiefs stumbled in the beginning of the season.
Sure.
When it didn't matter.
Yeah.
And they got the ship right, and they're the number 2 seed.
Better to play your best ball at the end of the season. Some of the teams doing that are the Chiefs. The Bengals are playing their best ball.
Looks like the Bills are
playing their best ball late in the season.
The Niners are playing their best ball.
Gosh, the more I talk about it, I just feel like the champ's going to be an AFC team. Yeah. AFC teams are healthier. I like the Bucks are the favorite in the NFC, but they've got so many injuries.
The Packers are getting healthier.
The Packers are getting healthier.
And they're gaining their line back.
Yeah.
Again, I just don't know with the Packers. Again, that's another prove it situation.
Prove it. They've lost in the NFC title game 2 years in a row.
One was at home and the other was on the road. But
sure.
You're gonna get one of those teams. Ooh, man. If you want to talk storylines, Kamen, I got a storyline for you.
Rodgers, Brady?
No, well, yes, they would match up in the NFC title game, but Rodgers gets to avenge his 2019 title game
against
loss.
The Niners.
He gets to avenge his 2020 NFC title game loss
against the Bucks,
and he gets a chance to go for the second Super Bowl, which is very important for quarterbacks, having 2 rings instead of 1.
Yeah, that was a big one for Peyton Manning. You know what actually would be fun, too, if you think about it? I mean, imagine this. I don't know how you follow the schedule, but a couple years ago, it was Packers and Chiefs, and Mahomes was injured, didn't play. The Packers won, I believe. And then this season, it was Packers-Chiefs. Rodgers was injured. Those are, some say, the 2 best quarterbacks. Yeah. I mean, Brady, obviously, and Josh Allen.
I would love to see that, honestly.
Seeing Mahomes and Rodgers, they both make those sidearm, off-angle throws. I imagine that as a Super Bowl. That would be pretty sick.
I think that would just be like, the master versus, I don't want to call Patrick Mahomes a student.
Sure.
But in comparison to where Rodgers at in his career.
Which is crazy to think about. People forget that Patrick Mahomes is what? In his 4th season?
Yeah. 5th?
Fifth season, fourth as a starter.
First year, fourth as a starter.
He played one game, I think the last game of his first season. Alex Smith was the starter. That's so crazy to think about because he's doing numbers. He's got statistics at this point of his career that no one can match.
Absolutely.
No one can match it. And he's figuring out, now that the league adjusted to him early in the season, took away the deep ball, he said, you know what? Early in the season, he threw picks. Yeah. But he's matured throughout the season, and he's learned to say, I will take the check down. If you give it to me, I'll take it.
And that's the things I like about Aaron Rodgers.
That's what he does,
He's blossomed. He's matured. We know what we're getting. He's going to throw absolute dimes to all of his receivers. Sometimes they don't catch it, unless their name's Devontae Adams. Then
he catches everything. He catches everything.
I just think he wants to show the world that he is one bad, as Stephen A. Smith says, bad boy. One bad boy.
Yeah.
And I think it's his ultimate opportunity. And I would like to see it for him because he is, when 20, 50 years from now, when we talk about some of the greatest to ever do it, Aaron Rodgers is one of them for me.
For sure.
Have you ever seen a quarterback be able to capitalize on offsides so often?
No. He's got that awesome smack. Yeah. I also haven't seen a quarterback capitalize on as many Hail Marys.
On Hail Marys?
It's crazy how many of those he gets.
Also, back shoulder throws.
Yeah, he's good at those too. Back shoulder
throws on the corner of the end zone. He's a chef. He's a master chef.
I would love to see Mahomes and Rogers in the same game. I mean,
that's great.
Mahomes and Brady would be great too. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like, that's probably what we're going to see. Mahomes against one of those two guys in the Super Bowl.
And this is what we were talking about with Dak, right? Like,
yeah, Steven and I were talking about this off air. Dak Prescott is an excellent quarterback, but Steven and I agreed that he's second tier.
When it comes to these guys.
To these guys in these games, I know Prescott put up great stats. He's a great quarterback, but he's also got great weapons. And
these guys are just absurd.
And I get Mike McCarthy may have called that, but man, do you audible? I mean, do you maybe like go down sooner? I don't know how much of that is Dak's fault or Mike's fault.
Would.
Yeah, one of those guys
would be like, this is not the option.
Well, Brady wouldn't be running, I'll tell you that much. I don't even know if Rodgers at
Brady be like,
what?
Rodgers runs just like Brady
has to. But I don't think either of those guys would have a head coach making that play call that McCarthy made.
No,
I don't think that's happening.
Not at all.
Who do you guys like as the best quarterback in the National Football League? It's tough. There's a lot of really good ones right now, and they're all really close. I just like Patrick Mahomes because I feel like, let me put it this way: the difference between Mahomes and Rodgers to me. I think Mahomes is more likely to go out and make that crazy play and throw to win you a game. At the same time, he's more likely to make the throw that will lose you the game. I understand that. But it's win big or go home. As great as Rodgers is, and he is great.
Capitalized on more Hail Marys.
Yeah, he has. But Rodgers, I think, is sometimes a little too careful sometimes.
Passive. I'd say
passive. A little passive. Because you look up yards per game in their NFL career, I think like Rodgers' yards per game could be higher. And that's because he doesn't try to force it. He's very rarely top 5 in the league in passing yards.
That is one stick and strike against him. I completely agree. He's not Brett Favre in that sense.
He's not. So you look at league passing yards this season, Aaron Rodgers was, let's see where Aaron Rodgers is in pass yards.
But just shortly after this comment, you have Mr. January to open.
Excellent. We're going to open up Mr. January. Where is Rodgers? Oh, he's 10th in the league in pass yards. He played one less game, but 10th in the league in pass yards, and he was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11th in pass yards per game. So that's maybe the one knock. Right now, Rodgers in 3 years, Justin Herbert says
30. He's also 37.
I mean, you can't go wrong with any of those guys. Mr. January, we got Michael Smith, Dwayne Robb, Regimo Tagliacod, Scott Thompson in here. Can we get a box number? Mr. January, number one.
But you know what it is, Kamen, in full honesty.
What's that?
For the same reason you like Patrick Mahomes at number one.
Sure.
You've been watching him for so long. I grew up in Madison, Wisconsin.
Sure, you've been watching
I've been watching Aaron Rodgers shred my life for a long time. So
yeah, he's tough. He's a bad boss.
Just like I've been watching Tom Brady just do Tom Brady things. You know what I'm saying? And when these guys, maybe if they ever retire, Patrick Mahomes will have a nice decade to himself.
It's an incredible decade for quarterbacks, an incredible league for quarterbacks. Touchdown Chiefs. Travis Kelce threw a touchdown pass. Kelce threw it to Byron Pringle. They ran a wildcat play. Travis Kelce with the touchdown pass. You know they're having fun now. Travis Kelce's out there throwing touchdowns.
That's crazy.
That is pretty crazy. Scott, you got a box number. I know you're in here in the chat cheering on your Chiefs, cheering on our Chiefs. Let's go, Scott. Chiefs Kingdom, baby. Do you have a box number for Mr. January number 1? You guys should know this. We're talking about the Chiefs. We had a big Chiefs signing a few weeks back. Actually, it's been over a month now. Right now, at the moment, and Bob Boulay can tell us because he's in this break room quite a lot. Maybe Bob can confirm for me. And Steven, we got probably looks like more Bears, Chiefs, and Cowboys. Those are the 3 teams we have the most of right now. Scott is going with lowest number. Okay, lowest number works. 16, I'm going to take it off the ticker, and I will get box number 16. Awesome. Lowest number, 16. Holy moly, the Chiefs are fun. They're a fun team. They are a fun team to watch.
Box what are we on?
We're going 16 on Mr. January.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see how if the Titans advance. Well, again, you got to get past Buffalo.
Sure.
There's
There's nothing
I'm not going
here.
to tell you this right now, Kamen, that Buffalo's offense is significantly better than
The Steelers.
that of once Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, the Steelers might. The Bills might be able to hang tough in that.
Yeah.
I mean, like keep up points.
Well, not Travis Kelce's tossing TDs, but hey,
I'm gonna go on the limb and say Travis Kelce will have 0 touchdown passes against the Bills.
he's taking the under at a half.
Bump that camera again. All right. 16 on the box number. We're gonna randomize for your divisions, guys. Sweet. Yeah, usually if Travis Kelce's throwing a touchdown pass, it probably means that they're having fun at that point. And that's what makes the Chiefs so fun, and that's another reason why I do like Mahomes better than Rogers. I feel like Mahomes really connects with his teammates and just establishes that fun atmosphere. Maybe that's me. I'm not inside that Packers locker room, but I do know one of the knocks on Aaron Rodgers is he a true leader? Is he the guy to kind of make that environment and be that QB1 type
Everyone
guy?
leads in a different way. You know?
They do. That's a good point. Again, that may not be a valid concern, but it's one that gets thrown out
It can
there.
be if that's your ownership style. Like
Sure.
if you're owning a team, that would obviously affect you. So you wouldn't want to do that. So but you know what? Green Bay is a small town and they're owned by the fans, and you know what? This man has led to a lot of positive years for them.
Oh, no.
So regardless.
I mean, we're talking about the best quarterback in the game. And we're nitpicking at that point. But we're making best QB in the game conversation, so we're trying to nitpick at what we like about certain guys.
Exactly. That's because that's the only way you can differentiate.
Right. Scott Thompson, you have the NFC North. Reginald Tagliacad, NFC South. Michael Smith, NFC East. Scott Thompson has the other 2 NFC divisions, the AFC South. And the AFC East belongs to Dwayne Robb and Reginald Tagliacad out in the NFC West. Reginald snapped up that Dutch in the early show. Kyle Juszczyk. Beautiful eclipse-looking helmets. Here we go.
January.
Mr. January. Actually, this is named after Rogers. Rogers apparently calls Devontae Adams Mr. January. So,
I mean, Devontae Adams has been growing a part of that system for a long time.
all right. Haven't seen this guy as much in our break room lately. Used to see him a whole bunch. You got Dayo Odeyingbo. He's a talented young defensive player for the Indianapolis Colts. Dayo was a all SEC guy in Vanderbilt. Not very often that happens for a Vanderbilt guy that's an AFC South hit. Didn't play a ton his rookie season, but a lot of it was because of injuries. Certainly, the jury is still out on him. This was his rookie season after all. So Scott Thompson keeps winning because that's what Scott Thompson does. AFC South hit Dayo. Got a lot of Colt fans in the room. That's Colts item right here.
I mean, some of the Colts games I was able to tune into this year, he was active on the defensive side of the ball for him.
Yeah,
So,
he was.
Again, NFL is not necessarily all about your talent. Obviously, that gets you to the league, but
Sure.
availability.
It's a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
Steven's saying Joe Burrow best QB in 3 years. Okay. I still think
Bob said
Mahomes.
Justin Herbert.
Okay.
So I'm counteracting with Joe Burrow.
All right. I think those guys. In 3 years, do you think Tom Brady's going to retire in 3 years? Is Aaron Rodgers going to be there in 3 years?
Well, Rodgers might be in a whole different atmosphere of. I think Rodgers is definitely not Tom Brady about this.
I think he'll retire sooner.
Tom Brady is like this because he kind of has to be.
Sure.
You got to see if you have 5 Super Bowls entering 2017, that's when, or 2018, whenever they played the Rams.
He's got 7 now, right?
He got 7 now. You steal that 6th one with the Rams, you're like, well, I gotta go for it as many more as I can.
I think for Brady, it's about setting records that no one can pass. I think he now has the passing yards record, which I think is going to go down. Mahomes will probably get it with that extra 17th game, but I think he wants to go so far ahead in Super Bowls, and he's got nothing to lose. Yeah. Now that he won a Super Bowl with the Bucs,
what are you going to say to the man?
He can say that, I did it without Belichick too. So he's right now in a good position. Mr. Brady is, but in 3 years, I still have Mahomes number 1, and I can see Joe Burrow maybe being number 2. Justin Herbert in that discussion for number 3.
You just don't know what the weapons are going to be.
Change that. Mahomes 1, Josh Allen 2. Burrow 3.
See, Josh Allen's a whole different animal too.
That's what I'm rolling with.
But it's such a parity league.
Sure.
And you don't know. It's fun to speculate.
You don't know when you know.
Right. It could still be the same thing. Patrick Mahomes easily QB1. But Josh Allen has definitely shown signs of being a QB1.
I'll tell you this. You talk about weapons. What I like about Mahomes is he has an incredible relationship with Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. I don't think those 2 guys are going anywhere. And as long as that trio is together, good luck, NFL. Because that's a sick trio.
It is.
That's a sick trio.
If money wants to break that up or not.
Sure. All right. And I'll tell you this. As far as money goes, those guys can get endorsements. They can get other things, and they'll have a bigger deal with money if they stay with the Chiefs. Because the Chiefs are making the Super Bowl every year now.
I would like to think that. But that doesn't mean it's necessarily processing their brain.
Sure. All right, here's the deal. David wants to fill up the quad. I'll get 1 spot if someone else is in. Let's go, guys. Let's help David fill that quad. We'll drop the next one down to a double. We have 4 slots left in the quad, 6 slots left in the multi-sport slabs, 7 in the ultimate loot crate, 8 in the jersey break. That is the last jersey break we will do. Definitely would like to close out the jersey break today so you guys can have a fresh list of jerseys in the morning show. So definitely want to do that.
With all new headliners.
All new headliners. Definitely want to get that quad done with 4 slots left. We'll drop down to a double. Will help us move more, set things up easily. And definitely, the one break that I most want to do right now, Steven, is the multi-sport slab because we have 6 slots remaining, and that is our chase item of the day. We know how much you guys love that wheel spin. Definitely would like to spin the wheel tonight. So that's my plan. That's what I would like to get done. But it's up to you guys. You guys have this in your hands. Let us know what series you would like to do. We are happy to do whatever it is you guys want to play. But let's get going on the orders if we want to keep the night going. Because we've been relatively slow the last 30 minutes, Steven, on the orders. So you guys want to keep the night going. Got to fill up those orders now. David, let's do it, though. I like that one. We also, Steven, I think we've done at least one of every break except for the slabs. So, I like to break for the cycle. We like to do that in this room. See everything in our series. So more the reason to do a slab series today.
Absolutely. Well, and it's the chase.
It's the chase,
We're 6 spots away. $25 a spot.
That's not a lot. Let's get that chase done.
Where's James Kilborn when you need him?
Yeah, James Kilborn, where you at, James?
He's a slabaholic.
He is a slabaholic. That's a very accurate term for who James Kilborn is.
He loves that.
Everyone else in the chat, let us know if there's a specific series you would like to play. If there's something that you want to play. I know sometimes folks see those 8 slots remaining. They're like, I want to hop into that. No one else wants to hop into it. It's not going to fill. You guys throw a series out that you want to play. Maybe someone else in the chat also wants to play that. And of course, it never hurts to get a spot. because you guys probably know this by now, and if you don't, we are on every day, 2 times a day, 2 and 8 Central Time weekends, 12 and 7 Central Time weekdays. So whatever breaks don't break on tonight's show do carry over to our noon show. So you get a spot. That break is guaranteed to fill. And as I said, Steven, we're 1 series away from breaking for every series we have. In the early show today at 2 o'clock, we did at least 1 of every series. So that tells you that we pretty much do at least 1 break of every series in most shows. So very rarely do we go 2 shows without doing a break. So you hop in on a break that'll get done soon, especially now that we're down to 6 to 7 things on the site. We've condensed our website, made it easier, so there's less series, but all really good series available for you guys. Also, a new thing we've introduced, a whole bunch extra box numbers. We're typically about 15 deep on all the box numbers. In fact, I'm going to throw up a couple more box numbers in the mini, because I'll do 22, 21, 23, and 24. Give you guys a couple more options for the mini quad numbers, since we'll need 4 of those. A lot of good discussion about the best quarterbacks in the NFL. There's a lot of good ones. I think the NFL is really lucky. I know it's a different era. I know that we have better passing setups. Like, it's set up for the passing game. It's set up for the offenses. But what is that sound back there? Boy, we've got some type of truck. That's loud. I don't know if you can hear that on the air. But I was going to say, Steven, regardless of the era, it's just that we're so blessed with guys like, Josh Allen and his arm talent. Josh Allen would be a beast in 1970. Yeah. He is that talented. And what's amazing about the NFL now, quarterbacks grow up being dual threat guys. Yeah. They're thought to run and pass. Tom Brady is still a strictly pocket quarterback, and he's amazing at it. 1994. but that's what I'm saying, though. You look at the young stars, Justin Herbert, Josh Allen, Dak Prescott, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow. They all have the ability to run and pass. Exactly. And that's unique, and it's strong. But you know what you got to do, though? In order to stop those guys, Steven, here's the transition for you. You got to D up. Exactly. D up. Let's fill up D up. This is our new mini helmet series. We've got Champ Bailey, one of the best corners of all time, as a headliner for the Broncos. Fred Warner, a great linebacker. He got that big dub against the Cowboys. Derrick Brooks was pulled, the only headliner we've pulled earlier today. Jalen Ramsey on a chrome, talented corner. We'll see him tomorrow on Monday Night Football. First time ever Monday Night Football for the playoffs. Lawrence Taylor, perhaps the best and scariest defensive player ever on a Giants flash. We have Terrell Suggs, T-Sizzle, top 10 in NFL career sacks on a Lunar. And then Ty Law, speaking of cornerbacks that could shut you down, this man would be shutting down a lot of the great receivers today. Ty Law was picking off Peyton Manning in the playoffs, no problem. So you know how good he is. So let's close that out. It's a brand new series. We've pulled very little boxes in this series. So all those headliners are out there except for Derrick Brooks. We also have a Mike Singletary, Minister of Defense, a Dwight Freeney, an Earl Campbell, a Chris Johnson. So great defensive players and great running backs in that series. Let's fill up the quad. Let's make it happen. 4 left in that quad box break. We're dropping down to a double for the next one. 5 left in the multi-sport slabs. We have a Josh Allen card out there. LeBron James, Andre the Giant, Ray Lewis, Trevor Lawrence. I know there was a big fiasco in another break room with a Trevor Lawrence item. This Trevor Lawrence item is in this break room, and you can have it. We'll let you have it if you get the win. So let's get rolling. Let's get rocking, guys. Let's keep the show going. I do not want to go home now, but we are a little bit slow on orders. You guys want to keep the night going. Now's the time to do that. Looks like we just got an order. Travis Honga. Travis, welcome. Welcome. Travis, haven't seen you in a minute. Travis is hopping into that quad box break, looking to help us out. That should get us 3 slots remaining in the quad box break. Colton Bicker hopped in the multi-sport slabs. Just 5 slots left in that one. Let's focus our efforts and close those two up for sure. And happy to do something else as well. The Loot Crate is out there. We still have that Edgerrin James replica helmet out there. We still have that Stephon Diggs jersey out there. And a whole bunch of hidden headliners like Devontae Adams, Champ Bailey, and more. Let's keep the night going. Last spanning through time jersey break also. Last jersey break of the series. We fill that one up. We'll drop a new jersey break tomorrow. So it's up to you guys. Let us know what you want to play. Let's keep the night going.
We're 2 away now.
On which one?
The quad.
Excellent. 2 away on the quad. So, Steven, we'll make the next one a double for sure. Drop it down to a double. Make it easier for our morning show and our customers who maybe want to spend a little bit less than that $78. Ben Roethlisberger, another touchdown pass. Steelers are down 21, so long way to go, but keeping it easy. If you bet the over in that game, you've more than hit.
They shredded it.
They shredded it. 5 touchdown passes, 402 pass yards for Patty Mahomes. I think the Steelers do have a bright future. Ben obviously was over the hill, but they have some good receivers. Juju Smith-Schuster was hurt this season. Deontay Johnson is really good. And, they got Chase Claypool. Another guy we have in the break room very often. Pat Freiermuth at tight end. They've got a good cast of guys.
Deontay Harris?
Deontay Harris. Yeah, these guys are going to be good for a while. The Steelers are not going anywhere, for sure.
They're going to be pesky.
They'll be pesky.
As long as Mike Tomlin's...
Well, Mike Tomlin's never had a losing season. Never had a losing season. That's pretty impressive. Let's go ahead and drop our Dutch to the rock bottom price. We'll go $3.45.
All right, I'll take care of that after I get you the quad break.
Oh, the quad break is ready?
Yep.
Excellent. Thank you very much for filling up that quad, guys. This is Justin Jefferson, full-size authentic Eclipse. A few minor scratches on that helmet. You can see them there. That bad boy's up for $3.45. We'll be up there for $3.45 as soon as Steven updates this next order. Thank you very much, everybody, for filling out the breaks tonight. It's been a fun show. Would love to keep going, but we are pretty slow on the orders, so got to keep those orders coming if we want to keep the night going. Definitely want to close out the multi-sport slab. 5 slots remaining. That is our chase item of the day. Let's do a wheel spin.
That's ready for you whenever.
All right, the quad is ready. We do need 4 box numbers in the quad. 4 box numbers. Aaron King, Sean Plazola, Colton Bicker, Harrison Mercado, Travis Honga, David Fraunheiser, Bob Boulay, and Michael Livingston on that quad. 21 through 24. Bob is making it easy. It's the ones I just posted. He's going 21 through 24. I'm going to get those right now. Sean had 4 and 12. Sean, you were beaten by Bob, who came in about 10 1/100ths of a second ahead of you. So 21 through 24. Awesome. Ripping through those minis tonight. That's 2 quads we did.
Mm-hmm. And
2 doubles. So that's 4, 8, 12 boxes we've done already. Only 1 headline. Well, we haven't done the last 4. But only 1 headliner gone so far. 21 through 24. 22, 3. Looking for 20. 21. There's 21. There we go. Got the 4. Thank you very much, Bob Boulay.
So we just got a new customer.
We did? Who is it?
With one of the more fitting names.
Okay.
Jeffrey Lombardi.
Okay, I wonder if he's related to Vince Lombardi. That'd be pretty cool. Might have some money to spend. Might have some money to spend. All right, Lombardi. What break is he in?
They entered the slab break.
Excellent. Well, we'll see that tonight.
Yeah.
What's the latest you guys have broken till? Steven and I were here until about 11:20 last Sunday. Mike and I were here until about 11:30 on Wednesday. So we like to be on as long as possible. Steven and I for sure on Sundays. Our team wants to give you guys as much of a chance to get orders. I love this job. I love doing this. I am happy to be here until midnight if you had to be. But we've been up till about 11:30 on several cases. Actually, two of my most recent shows, last Wednesday, 11:30-ish, and last Sunday, we're on to about 11:30 also. That's Central Time, so it's past midnight in the East Coast. So a lot of late nights, and that means that we're getting orders. Bob Boulay, I got a question for Bob Boulay. Bob Boulay is always in here. Do you have a Lawrence Taylor Flash? Do you have a Lawrence Taylor Flash? Let me know. Because that Lawrence Taylor Flash mini would be pretty good. I know you're a Giants fan. Going 9 times on the randomizer. During the summer, there was a basketball series that lasted until 12:45 a.m. Central Time. That's awesome. That is really cool. So Bob Boulay does have a Lawrence Taylor Flash, apparently. Not through UA, though. Okay. Well, you don't have the NFC East. You've got the AFC East. But that...
his favorite Patriot division.
That's right. That Lawrence Taylor Flash would be Michael Livingston in the NFC East. We've got Aaron King in the NFC North, Sean Plazola in the NFC South, Harrison Mercado in the AFC North, Colton Bicker in the NFC West, Travis Honga in the AFC South, Bob Boulay in the AFC East, and David Fraunheiser in the NFC West.
If it was rolling like that, David, yes.
David,
it would have to be rolling.
Yes, if we were rolling with orders, we could technically go till 5 a.m. That could happen. If you guys,
we'd be so backed up.
We'd have to be rolling like crazy. But in theory, the orders keep coming. We could break as long as you want. That's up to you guys. We aren't gonna break. We're not gonna be here till 5 a.m. though if we're not getting orders.
Yeah, like so, there's gonna be like a 5. You guys, it would need to be constant, especially getting to the 2 to 3 o'clock hour.
Yeah, we'd have to really be rolling.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Any sort of momentum loss is probably.
Yeah, put it to the test. David, we'll make it happen. All right, we got a good hit here. We've got Garrison Hurst, a multi-time Pro Bowl running back with the 49ers, the first Madden cover athlete. He was a star at Georgia. He was an NFL Comeback Player of the Year, a really good player in the late 90s, early 2000s. That's why he was a Madden cover athlete. That's the NFC West. That is Colton Bicker, another win. Colton Bicker taking home Garrison Hurst Eclipse Mini. Very nice, Colton. A lot of dubs for Colton today. He's been on fire today. Congratulations, Colton. First of 4 boxes, guys. 1 down, 3 to go. Yeah, but we don't have a sign-off time. We don't have one of those deals where we say we'll be on 8 to 10 or 8 to 9. I mean, we have a whole different range of show times. The shows are popping, we'll be on a long time. If the shows are slow, aren't on as long. But Steven, you know this, sometimes things seem slow and then they pick up like crazy. I'm hoping tonight is one of those nights. We were a little slow earlier, but we've started to pick up in the middle of the show. We're more on the slow side now, but the night is still young. The night is still young. All right, second break of this series. Let's do this.
The night is young for you, Kamen. You get to come in at what time tomorrow?
I'm coming a little later tomorrow. So you're coming in for the early show tomorrow?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. Well, we won't be on.
I don't mind being on very late. Don't worry, I don't mind it.
Steven,
I still do got to be back here.
I promise you, we won't be on until 5 a.m.
Okay,
let's make that promise.
I appreciate that. Well,
5 a.m. works.
If I'm here at 5 a.m., I demand a cot.
That's right.
I demand a customized Ultimate Autographs cot with the sheets to match.
The demand has been made. Look at this hit, Steven. We've got Mike Singletary, Flash Mini, the Minister of Defense, 1985 Defensive Player of the Year, 1985 Bears, the Super Bowl champs, Monsters of the Midway, the greatest defense of all time. Mike Singletary, the greatest player on that greatest defense ever, on a Flash helmet. That is Aaron King, single spot snipe, not even a headliner in D-Up. That's how good this series is. D-Up indeed. Mike Singletary on the Flash. Very nice, Aaron.
A nice hit.
That's a beautiful hit. One of the hits of the night, considering He had one spot in there.
Is that a Bears helmet or a Buccaneers helmet?
Yeah, it looks like that Buccaneers flash we had earlier.
Jeff Garcia.
Oh my goodness, Jeff Garcia flash is beautiful. This is a beautiful helmet as well. You know, someone in our break room pointed this out. Was it last Sunday or was it Wednesday? I can't remember if you were here with me, Steven. But the Bears, their helmets, you see how the C is facing frontward there?
Yeah.
It's facing the opposite side in the back of the helmet.
Mm.
I never noticed that until someone pointing it out in the break room.
There it is.
So that's a little interesting tidbit that I learned from our wonderful viewers. So, all right. 2 more boxes to go in the quad box break. Are we close on the slabs or anything else right now?
Let's see. Slabs, we are 4 away.
4 away. Let's close out the slabs. Anything else that's moving?
Everything else is pretty much wide open.
All right, everything else is pretty much wide open, guys. Head to the break page to keep the night rolling. Box 23, my second favorite number, called out by Bob Boulay. Michael Jordan, 23. This is a good hit. This is a good hit right here. Another good defender that's not even a headliner. This is a guy that very coveted by a lot of Colt fans in the room. We got Robert Mathis. I think Robert Mathis, is like first all-time in fumbles forced.
Yeah, 4 fumbles.
Forced fumbles. I think Robert Mathis is first all-time. He's also top 20 all-time in career sacks. Multi-time Pro Bowler. Of course, a Super Bowl champion with Peyton Manning. That is the AFC South. Single spot snipe, Travis Honga. Not sure if we can call it a snipe, though, Steven, because we have 8 different people in this break. I think we have 8 different people in this break.
We do.
Awesome. Thank you very much, guys. 8 different people. Robert Mathis. The series is called D-Up for a reason. 2 non-headliners in this break. 2 great hits. Robert Mathis and Mike Singletary. Congratulations, Travis Honga, on that hit. Good to have you in the break room, Travis. Nice hit indeed. I like that one. All right, 1 more box to go in the quad box break, guys. Let's fill out that multi-sport slab while I'm doing this so we can guarantee ourselves a wheel spin. The Dutch is already at its rock bottom price, $3.45.
$3.45. Good. There you go.
All right, that's updated. Last box of the quad. Box 24 is called out by Bob Boulay. He went with 21 through 24. This is a great hit. Travis Honga, winner of the break without question. You got yourself a Robert Mathis, all-time great defensive lineman. How about Chris Johnson, one of 8 2,000-yard rushers, a Titan speed mini Chris Johnson. CJ2K, they call him, one of the fastest running backs in NFL history. Beautiful, beautiful mini, beautiful hit. Travis Honga, you got yourself 1 spot, 2 wins. Robert Mathis, Chris Johnson, 2 different sides of the ball. 2 great hits in this series. Congratulations, Travis. Very nice. Richard says, you just pointed out the decal difference on the Bears sides of the helmet. Why are there so few autos on the left side of the helmets? Great question. I don't know the answer to that question, Richard. That's an interesting question, though. I don't know. Maybe because they like the side that faces forward more. I have no idea, though. I'm still perplexed that the decals are on opposite sides. I couldn't believe that. Someone pointed that out, and I was like, are you sure? Is that really true? Then I looked at the helmet, and it was true. I don't know. That's weird. Bears do a lot of weird things, as we know, as Bears fans. I'll tell you this about the head coaching search. I said this to my friend. I think no matter who they pick, and I should say this carefully, but I think they're getting an upgrade.
The Bears are going to get an upgrade?
Yeah, to Matt Nagy.
What if they hire Mike McCarthy?
They're not hiring Mike McCarthy. Don't go there. The exact reason, don't want backward logos, says Mercado. I think that's Harrison Mercado 33. Interesting. Interesting. All right, guys. Let's get rolling on the break page. It is 10:06. Here's the deal. I'm going to give you guys until 10:20. 14 minutes. Plenty of minutes. If we don't close out the multi-sports lab, that's heading to the morning show. If we can get within 2 or 3 slots remaining in that series or any other series, we'll stay on a little longer, but I'm giving you guys a last call. 13 minutes until 10:20. We'll see where we're at 10:20. But since that is our chase item, so actually we'll sign off at 10:20 if we don't close out the multi-sports lab. Won't do a wheel spin. We close that out. We'll do a wheel spin if we're within 2 or 3 slots remaining of anything else. We will stay on a little longer, fill that up for you guys. But wide open on the break page right now, other than the multi-sports lab. You guys want to keep going, keep the night going, fill out those slots. Double box break now in the D-Up mini helmets. Just 8 slots remaining there. All 8 slots, in fact. Final jersey break of the series is up on the site, spanning through time number 2. And we do have Bob Boulay going to entertain us with a trivia question. Since 1957, there have been only 3 non-QB or non-running back winners of the NFL MVP award. Name the 3. Steven's going Jerry Rice. I think Steven...
I don't think you got one.
I don't think any receiver has ever won MVP. I thought I saw that stat somewhere. I think Jerry Rice is not right. Rice is not correct. Bob, correct me if I'm wrong. I think no receiver has ever won the MVP, I believe.
Did Deion Sanders win one?
One of them is actually Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor won MVP as a defensive player.
Yeah.
Correct, says Bob. Lawrence Taylor is one of them. There was a guy who was like a kicker that won, and I'm blanking on his name, and I know this because it was Bob came in here and told us it was like a shortened NFL season, and it was a kicker punter, and maybe he played something else. Something like that. LT is won in 1986, so Lawrence Taylor won Defensive Player of the Year and MVP in 1986. Bob, why don't you tell us the story of the kicker punter? Maybe he was a kicker or punter and did something else that won MVP. It was something really weird, like shortened season. I don't remember the exact story. I learned about it here in the break room, and I think Bob Boulay is the one who was telling us about it. Because we're not going to guess his name. There we go. Place kicker Mark Mosley out of the Washington football team won in 1982. Place kicker. It was literally like a shortened season. He made like every kick. I still don't know how it happened, but that did happen. So Steven's questioning. He's like, that shouldn't have happened. I learned that from Bob.
It's very hard to acknowledge anything that happened before I was born.
Yeah,
that is ridiculous.
Mark Mosley, remember the name, MVP place kicker.
There's not one person that played a down of NFL football that year that wasn't more valuable. Did they win the Super Bowl that year? They had to have won the Super Bowl that year.
I'm not sure. Okay. To be honest, I'm not sure.
1982 Super Bowl.
All right, Bob says one more. One more non-running back, non-quarterback MVP award winner.
Yeah, they won. Okay.
They did win. All right,
so they won the 1983 Super Bowl, which was representative of the 1982.
I'm sure he had a bunch of field goals.
I'm sure.
All right, I'll give you a 3-word clue on the third guy. Purple people eater. So it's a Viking.
Was Krause on?
Paul Krause, all-time NFL interceptions leader. I don't think so, because I feel like we would know that fact because we talk about him all the time. So it was a Minnesota Viking.
I'm not sure what their linemen were.
Who were the linemen? There were several legendary linemen for the Vikings.
Yeah, that one.
Oh man,
I'm drawing a blank.
I'm guessing
we had him here. I think
we had him in the break room.
Yeah.
We had a helmet that was triple signed helmet by the Minnesota Vikings.
What was that?
Carl Eller was one, but not him, so not Carl Eller. I'm picturing like a Johnson. I feel
like Johnston.
Or Johnson.
James, no.
I think it was like a defensive end for them, and I can't remember.
There's an all-time one that they have.
Yeah, I'm blanking as well. Anyone else in the chat know the answer? Jim Marshall was one, not him. Okay, so it must be the third. That's who I'm thinking of, Jim Marshall, maybe, because I got the J in my head.
John Randall.
John Randall?
Was it hit? No, was he more modern?
John Randall was more modern. But John Randall was really good, though. Another guy I knew it was something with Jay.
And I got a bunch of other.
I'm blanking. I don't think I'm going to get this
Is
one,
it
Bob.
Chris Dolman, Jim Marshall,
Gary
Alan
Larson
Page?
was one, not him.
Everson Griffin? No, I'm just kidding.
By the way, guys, Alan Page in 1971. Alan Page. Okay. Remember the name, Alan Page.
148 and a half career sacks.
How many?
148 and a half.
Wow. All-time NFL career sacks. Let's see where that's got to be.
That's up there.
It's got to be up top there. I know Bruce Smith, I think, is first with 200. I don't think anyone else has touched 200. Bruce Smith is the only one. Those four above were the purple people eaters. Say that 3 times fast. So you said how many sacks by Alan Page?
48 and a half.
Okay, so there's like official and unofficial sacks, but if we go off that would have placed him like 6th all time.
I mean,
so that's pretty good.
That's an MVP right there you're talking about.
MVP level player, 1971. Alan Page. I like that. That's a good question. I'll remember that one, Bob.
Former Bear.
He was a Bear as well?
For his last 3 years, yes.
Okay, cool. Well, speaking of Vikings, let me put him on the let's display him. Talking about legendary Vikings. How about a current Viking? Talking about records. This man has more receiving yards than any player in the first 2 seasons of his career. Ironically enough, his college teammate Jamar Chase could pass him up next year. That's how good he is. But at the moment, only Odell Beckham Jr. was the previous record holder for most receiving yards in the first 2 seasons. Jay Jettis is the new one.
What if he finds his way to Cincinnati?
That would be something.
That would be an issue.
That would be an issue. All right, 3 away in the multi-sport slab, guys. Let's close out the multi-sport slab, and let's do a wheel spin. It's our chase item of the day. The only break we haven't done today. We've got an Andre the Giant card still out there, a Josh Allen card out there, LeBron James, Ray Allen, Trevor Lawrence. Whole bunch of good cards out there. Whole bunch of non-headliners. I think yesterday, you were in here, Steven, maybe a Jerry Rice slab was pulled.
Yes.
It was not a headliner.
It was not a headliner.
Not a headliner. So that multi-sport slab series is one of the very best things we have on the site.
There was only 10 of them in the world.
Only 10 of that specific card?
Yep. That was number 9 out of 10.
Awesome. Well, hey, let's get it done. Let's close out the multi-sport slab. Let's do a wheel spin, guys. And let's end the night with a bang. Let's end the night with a bang. There was a stupid pop song called The Purple People Eater in 1958. That song is why the Vikes D-line was given this name. Interesting. It's like that one song. What song is that where it's like Minnesota Vikings? You know what song I'm talking about? I think it's by Lizzo, maybe.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Well,
yes.
That's part of a lyric in her song.
Yes,
yeah.
Correct.
She's dating someone from the Minnesota Vikings.
She is?
No, that's what she said in the song.
Okay, let's
I don't know
go.
if it's accurate or not.
All right, James K, you are thinking right. He's saying, let's fill the multi-slab quick. The Bears still suck. I agree with one of those two for sure. The Bears are not great at the moment. But I'm not going to call my team sucky on the air for now, at least.
Yeah, we might suck now, but we'll see how you guys do without Aaron Rodgers.
That's the crazy thing. Aaron Rodgers leaves Green Bay.
It's a lot different of a conversation we're
Justin
having.
Fields could be the top quarterback in the division. I think right now Kirk Cousins
It's Jared Goff.
a little bit more proven, but Fields has the potential.
All right.
Guys, let's close that out. I love y'all, says James.
I love y'all too.
Yeah. Can we make a three-peat with Love? I'll tell you this, James.
No.
Jordan Love will not be as good as Brett Favre or Aaron Rodgers. But can he be good? Possibly. But I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. How lucky have the Packers been?
He couldn't
Brett
play their
Favre?
jock straps.
Brett Favre, top 10 quarterback of all time. Aaron Rodgers, top 5 quarterback of all time. Would you agree with that?
Yep.
I think two top 10 quarterbacks in a row, back-to-back, and how do they only win 2 Super Bowls?
I think it's a crying shame and one of the biggest disappointments in all sports.
Here's a fun fact for you. This is a trivia question, but I don't know that there's enough people in the chat still to answer it, so I might save this for another time. So I'll just give you a fact. Bart Starr, Steven, #1 all-time in career passer rating in the playoffs. Bart Starr.
I mean, that man won Super Bowls.
2 Super Bowls. He won a couple of championships.
Yeah.
In the pre-Super Bowl era. He was 9-1 in his playoff career. Only lost 1 playoff game.
He played 10 games.
He was a boss. A boss in the playoffs.
Like
Bart Starr.
10 games.
Yeah, he did.
Hey, I mean, what are you gonna do about it? Like, he just did his job.
All right, I'm gonna drop this link in the chat for the multi-sport slab. I really want to get this done, guys. I would love to see a wheel spin. There's that link right there. Let's do that series. Let's close it out, and that will likely be the show, unless you guys fill up a bunch of fast orders and we rally the troops and keep the night going longer. Definitely would like to do the multi-sport slab, though. Only 3 slots remaining. Let's fill that bad boy. Who's all in the multi-sport slab right now, Steven?
Currently sitting in the multi-sport slab, we got Richard Adcook, Michael Livingston, Sean Plazola, Colton Bicker, Jeffrey Lombardi, first-time customer, and Lombardi, named after the Lombardi Trophy, and Travis Honga. 3 away.
Yeah, 3 away. We just got an order. Let's see. Hopefully that closes us out or gets
Got
us
2
close.
more orders.
2 orders.
All right, well,
James K hopped in there, getting us closer. Bob, I was in the room when you asked this question. This was Friday night. Friday night, I was in the room here. Bob asked, which team has the most playoff losses? Or which team has lost the most playoff games? Steven, do you care to venture? I'm disqualified from answering this question because I was in the break room Friday when Bob asked it.
Playoff losses?
Most playoff losses.
In the Super Bowl era?
In the Super Bowl era, I'm guessing.
Great question.
In the Super Bowl era.
Yeah, that's a great question because, like teams like the Lions, they don't make the playoffs to lose enough.
No,
to have
they
most
don't.
losses.
And when they do lose.
Yes, exactly. So,
This is a hard question.
Patriots, maybe?
Not the Patriots.
Buccaneers?
Not the Bucks.
Packers?
No. You're kind of warm, though.
I know, they're all in the right spot. Said yes. I'll leave it for Steven, yes.
He wants you to answer it. The Cowgirls, says James. It's not the Cowgirls. They probably won too much back when they were in the playoffs and haven't made the playoffs enough in recent years. Not the Steelers. That was my guess, though, because they're always in the playoffs.
They're always there.
They're always in the playoffs.
The Niners?
Not the Niners. The Steelers was my first guess, by the way, when we had it yesterday. Or Friday.
So it's not one of those teams.
Not one of those teams.
The thing
I'll give you a clue.
The thing about that is when you lose, you only lose once a year,
James is going to Bills. Not the Bills. That's a great guess because they lost 4 Super Bowls, but they were in them. So this is a team that's never won a Super Bowl. That's a clue. I don't know if this will help you. They've never won a Super Bowl, which makes sense having lost the most playoff games. They've never won a Super Bowl. Not in the playoffs this year. Here's the secondary clue. They were not in the playoffs this year. The Queens, says James.
The Vikings? The Vikings?
It is the Vikings.
Yeah.
The Vikings.
That makes sense.
Jay Jettis.
The Purple People Eaters.
The Purple People Eaters. We're talking about
every
them.
year.
Yeah, they always lost in all the playoffs.
Yeah.
Excellent. 2 slots remaining, guys. I'll stay on a little longer. I know I said 10:20, but we're so close. 2 slots away. I will give it at least another 5 minutes if we can close out the multi-sport slabs and then spin the wheel. Let's close it out. 2 slots remaining. $25 a spot. Steven, this is probably the best series in terms of not having bad player names.
Yeah.
Obviously, like a loot crate, there's 3 items. Obviously, we have full-size authentics. But if we're talking about strictly not having bad hits, not a single bad hit in this multi-sport slab series. These are names that everyone will recognize in the break room. These are the headliners you guys are looking at. It's a great list of headliners. A great list of non-headliners. I've pulled a Luka Doncic in this series.
Mm-hmm.
We had a Jerry Rice pulled in this series that wasn't a headliner. Last time we had a multi-sport slab series, Michael Jordan wasn't a headliner. Typically, the headliners are ones with autos. As you see, most of these guys all have autographs or close to all of them. So There's a lot of good non-headliners that are enormous names. They simply may not have an auto, and that's why they're not a headliner. But some of them might have an auto. We have some good autos as well that have been non-headliners.
Come on, guys. There's one spot left.
One spot left. Okay, let's fill it. James, how does the chase work? James, you'll see the chase in action very soon. But the chase works. We go top spot. So whoever the top spot is at the end of the 9 randomization. So everyone who enters a multi-sport slab. Are we closed?
No. Just finish.
Okay, I'll finish my thought. Anyone that enters the multi-sport slab break, which we chose at the beginning of the show on our wheel, and gets their names put into our chase list, then we randomize randomize the list. We go top spot. Whoever's the top spot gets to spin the wheel for some cash. Steven and I will spin the wheel. It's anywhere from $1 to $100 UA cash. So you can get 100 is the most you can get on the wheel spin. You can get $100 UA cash that you can use in our break room. So pretty cool thing. What's up, Steven? Sold out?
Yes, we are sold out. In Kamen, I'll get a new one put up for you. But you want to know what?
What's up? You're excited. Let's hear it.
I am excited because guess who decided to close out the series? He's come from here.
Oh, Chris Roberts!
He's here.
Chris is here.
He's here. He's close.
All right, Chris Roberts. Awesome. Rock on. Thanks, says James. Chris, we are glad to have you in the break room. Closer magic, Chris Roberts. You are the man. Even if we picked against your team and they lost, we still love you. It's okay. It's okay. You need a new coach. Get yourself a new coach. Things will be better in Dallas next year.
You've known that the whole year.
He's known it. The coach is part of the problem. All right, multi-sport slabs, guys. We have 6, 19, 24, 26, 27, 28, 29, 31, 32, basically the rest of the 30 numbers available. If we can get a box number, that'll be likely our last break of the night, unless you guys hop on our break page and fill things up.
Don't be alarmed. I know the date's saved for tomorrow, but if they put something out, we're obviously going to open it up.
All right, a lot of the dates say noon, but we fill something up, we'll open it tonight. 28 says Colton. While you're there, Steven, if you don't mind getting box 28. Perfect.
28 right in front.
All right, 28.
I'll take Justin Jefferson.
All right. Here's the deal, guys. It's 10:24 right now. We'll stay on air until 10:30. We'll do this break, and then we'll do the top spot break. If you guys want to keep the night going, we have to get within 4 slots or less on any other break. We'll stay on a little longer. Otherwise, 10:30 will be the show, and this will be our last break of the night. We will have our wheel spin. Chris is making orders, still a little quiet in the chat, which is kind of funny. All right, multi-sport slabs. This is the top spot break. We open the item first, and then we see what's inside.
He's not feeling well.
Sports are heartbreaking.
Yeah, they are.
Sports are heartbreaking.
I've been there before.
The McCarthy curse continues, says James.
Different sport, different feelings, but I feel...
Well, you witnessed it. The Bulls on Wednesday got rocked when you were there. That was rough.
Well,
Chris, I have something that will warm your heart, and you have a shot to get this. Chris Roberts has been more excited about this slab than anyone I know. Headliner hits Andre the Giant, one of the all-time great wrestlers. Chris, I hope this can bring you some joy. We've got Andre the Giant, HGA card, 1987 Topps, WWF. It used to be called the WWF number 2. This is a wrestling star. Andre the Giant weighs 525 pounds, Steven. He's from Grenoble, France. Andre the Giant turned on WWF champ Hulk Hogan and tried to take his title in WrestleMania 3, is what it says on the back of the card.
Don't blame him.
So, don't blame him. I know Chris loves Hulk Hogan. He also loves Andre the Giant. A very unique hit coming out of the multi-sport slab. We're going top spot for this Andre the Giant card. All right. Andre Rene Rasimov, says Bob Play.
Yep.
Yeah, he was asking about him the other day. Who had that last name combination? Excellent. Well, thank you very much, guys, for filling out that break. It means we're breaking for the cycle. I've done one of each break tonight. We're going 9 times on our randomizer. Top spot takes home Andre the Giant Slab. Chris Roberts would probably welcome a trade if he doesn't hit. All right, 8 clicks. Richard Adcook, you're up top. The 9th click is our final click. This is the winner. 9th click. Here we go. Richard Adcook, you're still up top. Richard Adcook had 1 spot in there. You are taking home Andre the Giant. Richard Adcook. Very nice. Hey, and he's in here in the chat. He's saying, Slime, with all this knowledge you have you ever thought about playing on Jeopardy? That's a great question. I feel like Bob Boulay would dominate Jeopardy. He would do great. Let's get Bob on Jeopardy. Let's make that happen. Richard, congratulations, by the way. You're in the chat. You are taking home this Andre the Giant slab. You are top spot on the Andre the Giant. Very nice hit. Awesome. We rallied the troops. We closed it out. Guys, I want all the new folks. I know we have some new folks in here. Some relatively new folks. We have people asking what the chase is. Want to see that wheel spin and do that chase.
So we're doing that next?
Let's do it right now.
Okay, I got it ready for you. All
right, Steven's got the list ready. Let's see where we're at in our break page. Give you guys an update. So we haven't really moved on any of the breaks. So we're going to do the top spot chase. And if we don't get any orders and are not within 4 slots or less after we do this wheel spin, that'll be the show for tonight. So you guys want to keep the night going, hop in and fill some orders. So you guys fill some orders. We'll keep ripping all night long. But this is probably it, unless you guys fill the orders. So is Andre autographed? He died a while back. That is not an autograph, I don't think. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure it's not autoed. It is not autographed. I'll give you one more look at it, Richard, though. This is the card.
I'm not sure. I don't think it's signed.
It is not signed. There is no autograph, but it's still a pretty nice looking card. I mean, you had 1 slot in there for $25. I would take this card for $25, no problem.
A good deal.
So it's still a pretty good deal. It's not signed. No signature. Beautiful card, though. I like that card. All right. Oh. Top spot chase list. Steven, thank you very much for getting that ready. That's everyone who's in this multi-sport break. Top spot chase. Richard, Michael, Sean, Colton, new customer Jeffrey, Travis Honga, James K, Colton Bicker, and Chris Roberts. So James, pay attention. This is how we do the top spot chase. I take all the names that are in here, throw you guys in the randomizer. We click 9 times, as is our dice roll for the program. 9th and final click is top spot, and you get to spin the wheel. We'll spin the wheel for you. All right. 7, 8. Next click is our 9th and final click. Here we go. Top spot, Colton Bicker. Colton had a big night, and he keeps it going with a top spot chase win. Colton, I'll give you about a minute. I know you've been in the chat. You're active making orders. Let us know what number you would like to start on. Otherwise, we'll start on 1. Steven, I think we might do one of those dual spins.
Okay.
Those have been working great for us. Unless Colton specifically requests one of us to spin, we'll do a wheel spin. We'll give him about a minute to give us a box number. Otherwise, we're starting on 1. Bob is saying on the opening of Monday Night Raw, they have a clip of Hulk Hogan picking Andre up and slamming him. Okay.
Yikes.
That's a pretty legendary clip, I imagine. Colton, do you have a favorite number? Colton, if you've got a favorite number, let us know now. We'll start on that number. Otherwise, we're rolling with 1. Rolling with 1. All right, let's go with 1. If Colton hops in here and lets us know, we'll be happy to make that change.
All right, are you going down or?
I'm going towards you, I think.
Okay, you're gonna go like this.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me make sure I have orientated myself. Still haven't heard from Colton, so I'm gonna go like towards you.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think he's.
Okay. He may have hopped off. All right, so I'll go towards you. Ready?
Okay.
Go.
Oh no! Here, let's on 3.
3.
1, 2.
Oh, 3. All right, here we go. Big money. $33.
Hey.
Not the best wheel spin, but hey, it's better than one. So spin of 31, says Bob. Bob was very close.
Bob's getting closer and closer.
Bob is getting closer and closer. $33 UA cash. Steven will credit that in your account. Colton immediately.
Yep.
So that's how it works. James was asking what the chase is. He gets $33 of UA cash that he can use on our break page. It's kind of a little extra bonus for everyone who enters the chase break. Thank you very much, Colton. Thank you very much to everyone. Tonight we've had a great show. That's going to do it. We didn't have any orders coming in besides that multi-sport slab close in quite a while. So that'll do it for the show. Good night, guys, says Bob. Good night to Bob Boulay. Good night to all of you. Steven's going to be back here bright and early. Steven will be producing tomorrow's noon show. I'll be producing tomorrow night at 7. So you'll see both of us tomorrow. And then we're back together on Wednesday. Every Wednesday, Steven and I work together Wednesday at noon and Sunday at 8 o'clock. We'll be back. It's going to be a fun week. Looking forward to a whole bunch more fun stuff. Great inauguration of the minis. We had a great time doing those minis. Awesome. Thanks, says James. You're welcome, James. This Dutch will be up for another few minutes. If you want to get this Dutch item, snap it up on our website. Otherwise, have a great night. Great night.
See you guys.
See ya.
Thank you for breaking with Ultimate Autographs in the UA Live Break Room. If you had an awesome time, you can join us again every day. We are live breaking certified sports memorabilia at noon and 7 p.m. Central Time every weekday and 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. Central Time on the weekends. As a reminder, if you purchased a spot in a break that did not fill, your spot will transfer to the next UA Live Breaks broadcast. Lastly, if you earned UA cash today, the funds will be added to your account in 24 hours. Thanks again for breaking with Ultimate Autographs. We hope to see you again soon.